Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very much delayed Game Station podcast that is without video this time around, I am afraid. We tried for the last hour and a half, in fact 2 hours, to get video working, but Skype is a piece of shit. So, unfortunately, the show must go on because we've already missed 2 episodes, which kind of sucks. We will continue to research better alternatives to Skype, including possibly black sorcery at some point in the not-too-distant future. But it is my pleasure
Specifically black sorcery.
Mostly black sorcery. I would go with black sorcery over what we have at the minute. I expect it's more reliable, and obviously, you know, the whole sacrificing of the soul thing, actually, I'd be okay with that. You know, I would be totally fine with that.
I am so excited that I got my Professor Genki photo there.
You did.
Oh, that photo is so fantastic.
Isn't it?
Yep,
I like all of our photos. I think that they express our personalities in the best ways.
What I see is TotalBiscuit believes that he's a don of some sort of cartel, a cabal of illegal activity peoples.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
That was really well said.
And whatever he said, I'm not sure what language that was. I feel bad for him because I think he's having a stroke right now. Call 911 because we may need a Wait, is 911 the same thing? Is it the same thing in England, or is it like Is it 911E because they have like Shopee?
Have you seen that IT Crowd episode?
No.
Oh God!
Apparently
have you ever
not.
watched that show? You need to watch that show like the second this is over. I'm upset with you.
I totally will then.
Good.
That way we have more things to connect on.
Yay!
It's 999 because we figured that was easier to remember because it's all the same number, and like if you mash the keys, you're more likely to get that. So,
but a baby's more likely to get that.
F.
Yeah, how often do you get like babies that just randomly mash it, or a dog? Like, sir, are you okay? Sir, are you okay, sir? What's going on over there, sir? By the way,
Made a
that's
mistake of taking a drink of water just then.
dog impersonations. I also do birthday parties and bat mitzvahs.
You do birthday parties.
yeah, he's basically the class clown. That's his role on this show.
And Muzza, he has like if you look at his picture, his is like the name dropping picture. It's like, guess who I know?
Look who I'm with.
And Dodger says something like, I went to a lot of anime conventions when I was young. And only people who go to anime conventions get what this is that I'm doing. And mine says that I hang out with Professor Genki.
Which is really, pretty straightforward.
Pretty terrific, yeah.
My coworker was playing around with Instagram. That was my photo experience. I'm gonna take a photo of you and put a cool filter on it. So I attempt to make myself look as unattractive as possible in the split second I had to prepare.
Success.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anytime.
Now that we've done that, we got that out of the way.
Yeah. So, the hosts for the show, needless to say, Dodger and Jesse back as always, and MuzzaFuzza from MuzzaFuzza Gaming, that specializes in what exactly?
I specialize in kicking ass and taking names and quick scalping bases and not really playing Call of Duty anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. You haven't had a huge number of COD videos. You did a series. You did a series on Black Ops, if I recall correctly, called How to Pwn, which was interesting because your conclusion is 90% of the weapons in this game are garbage, just use these ones.
Yes, exactly. And that's, sadly to say, the case with most Call of Duty games, including the newest one. It's like, I'd say there's only about 3 real viable options if you want to use what's really the best in the game. And they'll tweak and change things around, but they continue to stay the best weapons in the game. And if you want to do well, that's what you have to use. So, I don't know, I'm kind of upset with that franchise, but I'm excited about other games too. I see you're playing Guild Wars 2.
Yeah,
and that is giving me a giant throbbing erection right now.
At this very moment,
room.
At this very moment, if we hear a thud suddenly under the microphone, should we infer from that?
No, just know that that's what I'm holding against you if we ever meet in real life.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Wow.
whoa, whoa.
Wow.
You know, suddenly
Whoa.
I'm very glad that 999 is easy to type. So we're gonna
Suddenly,
go with that.
I'm really glad that we don't have video in this.
You,
Probably for the
Now
best.
people can just imagine everything.
Probably
My
I'm
for
sure
the
parents are
best.
already
TB
down,
is
so
glad
it's okay.
that
What?
he can't come back to America because he would be raped by me.
What is happening here?
Wow.
It's a good
I'm
start.
sorry.
Good start of the show, man.
I'm getting my
Honestly, I'm not-
sexual frustrations towards Guild Wars 2 out in the
This-
air.
I'm kind of
When you don't
surprised
ha-
that Jesse doesn't have that. He's got some real problems. He didn't get into that, so he was on the rebound, so he basically went to a cheap whore, i.e. Terra Online, and has been just being serviced by her for a while.
Oh, she may be cheap, but that woman is beautiful. She is beautiful.
This is true,
Sure.
actually.
In her own way.
Sure, she's got some really young friends who I had to avoid, but she's very beautiful. She's very beautiful. For those who don't know, Tara has like the creepiest selection of characters. Like you can change anything about your characters to make them look any way you want, but basically all the women of every class, of every race, are essentially the sluttiest sluts who ever lived, and all the dudes are like muscle bound, like, "Argh." And then
Or they're
except
beavers.
for-
They could be
ex-
beavers,
except-
too.
or beavers, or cats, or bunny rabbits, like Mr. Floppykins. I saw a guy play as him. But then there's this one class, the Ellen, that are essentially I get like if you're a young girl or maybe you're like into Japanese culture, even though I suppose this is Korean game, but into this sort of like Asian culture, like they do like the victory symbol and stuff, right? But they look like they're 6 and they wear no pants and it's creepy as hell.
That
and
sounds creepy.
Yeah, they
it's a
call
little
the
weird.
Ellen, if I recall correctly. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yes.
definitely was avoiding them when we went to the studio. I think that was the one race. I'm like, you know what, the rest of it I can kind of get because hey, it's Asian MMO, so it's pretty typical as to what the female's going to end up looking like. And yes, it's going to have a race of hamsters because that's pretty standard too. But if Baldur's Gate taught me anything, it's that hamsters are badass and that they can go for the eyes. So I'm cool with that. But the Ellen were just no. There's a big nope, especially as a 27-year-old
What was
male.
the name of the hamster companion in Baldur's
Boo.
Gate
It
2
was
Shadows
Boo.
of Ban? Boo, yes. Oh my god. I
Go for
played
the
that
eyes,
game
Boo.
so much.
Go for the eyes.
Yeah.
And they might be making another one. Apparently, there's been a teaser about Baldur's Gate. We're not really sure what it involves. It may be an HD remake. It may be an iOS release. It may be a $10 Boo DLC. That's also a possibility.
I just want to be a hamster and just run around Baldur's Gate and rip people's eyes out.
Yeah, if you wanna-
Progressively
See,
level up.
that's why I was really excited about Rocket Raccoon, and I'm not as excited about him anymore.
Rocket
Really
Raccoon.
excited to use
Isn't
him.
he in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yeah, I was so excited for him, and I cannot figure. I know that he's like a harder character to use just in general, but I was like, oh, maybe he can be part of my team. No,
You can't
No,
use him.
it's not
Yeah,
happening.
I haven't tried him yet, honestly. I got Ultimate Marvel for the Vita, and I still play Wolverine a lot. We should be talking about the Vita a lot. Please tell me someone here other than me has actually played a Vita.
I haven't.
Nope.
Jesse?
Don't cry for me, Argentina. Right? That's what we're talking about? Evita?
Jesus
No,
Christ.
Vita. PlayStation
I
Vita.
think that's a no, like an all
Well,
around
that's the main
no.
topic of the show out the window. Fantastic. That's great.
I want to know who in chat got that joke.
I
Chat,
got it.
Get on it.
I got it. I was just pretending that I didn't because it made me feel better about myself.
Uh,
Oh, God. Why is no one actually playing?
no, Davis from Warp Zone came into work with his, and I really wanted to play his Vita, and he wouldn't let me.
What
Which
a bitch.
makes sense. I know. But I'm protective of my things when I first get them too. I totally understand. But I was like, I just want to know. I just want to know what it's like.
It's
So-
okay.
The hardware is pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Like the graphics are comparable to, higher than like a GameCube or a PlayStation,
Yes.
and it's a handheld.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It looked really good on the screen, yeah.
Yeah, it's got an OLED screen, so it looks very vibrant, very bright. It's got a few features that are a bit whack, but for the most part, it's pretty good. We can talk about that later.
A bit whack.
Problem, Jesse?
It's no. I just like how you said it's a bit whack. No, I have the weirdest thing, and this may just be me, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the exact same way. I think I've reached that stage where playing a game on a phone, cool. Playing a game on a handheld game system, I feel like people are judging me, and I have that enough in my life. I don't need people to be like, what is that loser doing? But meanwhile, I'll be sitting there playing, games on my phone, and I'm totally cool with it. Like they think I'm
since Game Boy
texting.
Advance.
That's what I'm saying. The last Game Boy Advance. None since then. I don't want. It's a stigma, I think. I guess what I'm saying is that people are judging you right now, TB. People are judging you.
No, Jesse, you're saying you're ashamed to be who you are.
I am, actually. I am.
This went from a handheld gaming discussion to like a psychoanalyzation of Jesse's life in about 5 seconds.
Tell me how
about
you're
5
feeling
seconds
right
is how
now.
long it takes to talk about Jesse's excuse for a life.
Wow.
And he can't see me. He can't see me, but both fingers up in the air right the fuck now, man. That is how it is. I've had a bad day. I've had a bad day.
He's had a bad yesterday. He got mad at me because I came up with an amazing catchphrase.
It's a terrible
I'm not gonna say.
It's
I'm not
awful.
gonna say you have to watch Terraria, our Terraria series to see. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's a catchphrase. It's amazing, and
It's awful.
I think I said it once every minute, the entire 4 episodes, nonstop, in order to get it out there.
Basically, the worst thing you've ever said, and the worst episodes we've ever done as a result of that. To the point at the end where I just wanted to jump into the lava. I had no interest in continuing.
It was so funny. He lost at the end. He was like, "Are you mad? Is something happened to you today? What? It was amazing. Like he didn't even know what to say. He just lost it. And then I kept repeating my it's trademarked. And then I told everyone at the end of the episode to say it to TB. So please do.
Thanks,
and he's been
bro.
mad ever since.
Yeah,
he's been mad ever
The
since.
way that you explained that, I'm just visualizing him being so upset that he literally vomited everywhere.
That sounds about right.
Okay, I'm glad that I picked up on where that was going.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. I'm glad you figured that one out.
Excellent, I'm glad.
I've got to say, I don't agree on the subject of, you're not allowed to use a handheld in public anymore, because you will look geeky.
No.
It's like, I can play Angry Birds on my sodding iPhone and everything's
You're
fine with
allowed
that.
to. You're allowed to. I'm just saying that's how you look. You're allowed to look that way. People wear shirts that say, I bang geeks. That's cool. Dodger's allowed to wear that. I know she has 4 of those, right? But I just want to
I wish I had that in every color.
I have that shirt, actually. So.
I want to point out for the record, just to get this out of the way, because I know everyone's thinking it, this is kind of like a forum, like on the forums where you hide behind your username and then you treat everyone like an asshole.
Pretty much.
Because we're not staring at each other.
Yeah,
because we can't see each other. We're just really mean this episode. Holy crap.
We hate each other. I'm just right out there.
There's affection behind all of it.
Is that right?
Yeah, none of it. None of it at all.
But back on the topic of what you were saying, I do think that people see it differently. Like seeing somebody playing on their phone versus seeing them play on a handheld. I think that there's definitely a different feeling when you see that. Yeah,
it says to me, that guy's got some actual taste and probably isn't playing Angry Birds or frickin' Fruit Ninja. I'm cool with that. I don't mind if somebody plays an awful game on their phone. That's fine. It's none of my business. But if I see someone playing on a dedicated gaming device, they probably at least know something about games. So that's kind of cool. And they probably have more taste than average. So I certainly have no issue with people doing that. Why would I?
Is that weird? Is that a weird... I mean, the stigma itself seems weird to me. Like, you can sit there and play a game where you fling birds at pigs and houses and stuff, but you can't sit there and play Zelda on another system. I mean, you clearly can.
The stigma's weird. Because people are dumb. Just plain stupid. Why is Angry Birds acceptable, whereas other games are not? Well, the answer is, it doesn't matter, because the acceptability is determined by people who are just stupid. So why even care? I don't get it. It's just play what you want to play. Don't bother me with it.
Saying they're stupid over and over again isn't really, explaining.
Yeah, but could you give another explanation? Why is there a
Thanks,
stigma?
Dodge.
Well,
why is there a stigma?
if I don't know why there's a stigma, but I do think that when you're perceiving it, it's easier to be like, oh, that person's playing that game on their phone because they're bored. If somebody's playing something on a system, I think that typically they would look at them and go, oh, they're using their time that they could be doing something productive playing
But they're
that
sitting
game.
on a bus. They can't be doing anything productive whatsoever. They just happen to have
Right.
the appropriate
They
device
could be reading
for the
a
job.
book.
That's the only reason to get a
TV.
handheld gaming system in the first place
Exactly.
is to use it for when you're traveling or when you're bored or whatever. I
Yeah,
don't think
because
anybody would get
it's
a Vita just to play at home rather
There's
than
not really a
they could
huge
get a
point.
PS3 or
Yeah, there's not really a
Yeah.
huge point, is there? Because if you're loafing around your house, is it just one of those things where it's just, oh god, I've got to get out of my room, I've got to get away from my television? Like, you know, maybe you could sit outside and play. That's all right, I guess. But and most of the time, you've got a system at home and you can play on it, and that's fine. But if you're gaming from a handheld, chances are you're on the go somewhere, and then for me, it always seems like I want to have the device which is the best for what I do. Like, I don't have a handbag. I'm not female. I have pockets. I have a coat with other pockets. I carry a briefcase. In said briefcase, I can have things which are useful. I don't really need everything in one device. Like, I don't use my phone as my music player or my camera or my gaming system. I use my gaming system as my gaming system. I use my music player as a music player. Because they're better. And I don't want to drain my phone battery in about 2 hours by playing friggin' Fruit Ninja.
So what you're saying is you don't carry a purse around? It's a satchel?
Yes, it is a satchel. It's actually...
I had to recharge my phone
Definitely, yeah.
twice yesterday because I was playing games on it all
Exactly.
day at the shoot.
So,
I imagine
how
it's so
useless?
annoying.
How useless does that make your phone? Smartphone, which is a bit of a
That
misnomer.
game is so fun. There are just so many fun games on it. Mindless.
How do you carry everything around? You're saying like you have all like that's why I guess I like having it all on one thing because it seems like it's easier to carry.
Well, my music
I
player is
imagine you
the
with
size
like
of
a
a
fanny
credit card.
pack,
I
like a
don't-
fanny pack, and you're walking around the streets, and pulling out your different things. Like, well, we'll do this today.
Not really.
The new
I
Vita
mean,
fanny pack?
my music player is
Does it take
about
cartridges or
the size of
discs?
a
or...
credit card. Oh, what, the Vita? What?
Yeah.
Oh, the Vita
I don't know
takes
anything about the Vita games.
Really, really small cards, like SD cards. They're tiny. They require
Oh,
no
God.
space at all, and
I would
they're
lose
very
all of that.
easily lost. I think. Let me just have a look at the
Yeah.
size of this. I'll just slide this out. Yeah, it is basically an SD card, for all intents and purposes. So
Wow.
it's not big at all. I mean, the Vita itself isn't a particularly large device. My music player is the size of a credit card. Obviously, it's a bit thicker, but you know, if you are wearing a jacket, all of this stuff will fit in your jacket. I don't see
Yeah,
it being a big
but-
deal.
If you're going to be concerned about losing them, then that means that a lot of people are going to wind up having, those cases to carry around the system and the games, and
Yeah.
those are always huge.
They're a bit.
So-
It depends. I mean, the official one for the Vita isn't that big at all, really. It's slightly larger than the system, obviously, but because the games are so sodding small, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Did you buy just a standard memory card with your Vita as well? Because I was looking on the Reddit gaming subreddit, and they said that the 8 gigabyte standard PlayStation Vita card was something like $80 or $90 when an 8 gigabyte
No,
regular
nah,
card
it's-
is like $20.
It's definitely not 80. That's definitely an over-exaggeration. I got mine free with the system. Amazon were doing a deal where you bought the system, you got an 8 gig card free, and then you got a game for £15. So I picked up Rayman with it for that. But the 60, they are definitely overpriced. There's no question about that, because there's nothing different about whatever. I don't know what this format is, but it's definitely proprietary, and it's very small. It's like a micro SD. And a 16 gig card is £37, which is about $55 at the moment, which is excessive.
Yeah, I didn't know the exact numbers, but my point was that are they, in fact, selling the cards at a much higher rate than they should be? And is it the same way with the games? Like, are the games just basically a memory card with the information on them?
Essentially, yeah.
And what's the price point in US dollars? Is it like $50 a game, $40 a game?
Good
Is it
question.
comparable to 3DS games?
I think so, yeah. Let me just go check Amazon.com. I can tell you exactly how much it is. The most expensive game at the moment is Uncharted. Golden
This
Abyss.
would have been the best time ever to use. Let me Google that for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let me Google that for you.
Love that website so much.
A new game for Uncharted Golden Abyss is recommended $50. It's about 45 legit. That's for the most expensive one. There are other games that are cheaper, like Ridge Racer, for instance, was about half the price because actually it's got bugger all content and is terrible. So
Ridge Racer.
every Sony system's gonna have a Ridge Racer, and it's bad. It's not very good at all. It's one of the worst games for the system by far, in my opinion. It varies between about $30 to $50 per game. Which is that the same price as 3DS over there?
Oh, man, I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I haven't played a handheld since the Game Boy Advance, which was, what, more than 10 years ago now?
Yeah, it's a bit more
3DS.
expensive.
I have no
actually.
idea. I
I
don't
think
keep up with
3DS
it.
is more expensive. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. But at the same time, 3DS isn't selling a lot either. So I don't know what the price
Yeah.
I don't think
point
any
is.
handhelds are they?
Are you kidding?
I mean, in comparison to like iOS games and phone games, do you think there's a future in handheld devices versus phones, or is everybody going to be playing their games on their phones? I think
Interface. It's all about interface, in my opinion. Like, you can make a phone that's as powerful as a Vita if you wish. Admittedly, it's not going to happen for a while. But the fact of the matter is, the phone's interface is awful. It doesn't have, unless of course you're using an Xperia Play. You've got jack when it comes to your interface. I'm not going to play games on a touchscreen unless it's like Ghost Trick or something.
Yeah. That was the question that I had in mind. Is that maybe they'll, they're obviously going to keep coming out with more gaming phones like the Xperia Play. I think there's a couple other offset ones that I haven't really heard the names of, but they're already trying to make gaming phones for all the iOS games and even the Android market games, which are pretty bad in comparison. But Angry Birds is like a domination as far as how popular their game is.
It upsets me so much.
Well, I mean, you
Keeps me up at night.
You don't even need an interface for Angry Birds. That's the crazy thing. I think actually 3DS games are a bit cheaper, but going back to Jesse's point, actually,
Cheaper?
yeah, you can Ocarina of Time's recommended retail price is $40 and is currently selling for $30, but it has been out for a little while. I can't think of I suppose like Super Mario Kart 7, I think, is one of the more recent titles. I'm pretty sure I only got that a couple of weeks ago, and that's like $30 as well. Recommended price of $40.
Oh, you're right.
So Super Mario 3D Land is $37.99, and that's a first-party title, so that's probably the most expensive it'll be. But no, 3DS games are cheaper than Vita at the minute. But
yeah, Kid Icarus is 40. Luigi's Mansion is 40.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Luigi's Mansion.
Uh-huh. Yep. New
Luigi's Mansion 2 for the 3DS.
Yep. Doesn't that have the original campaign in as well?
I think so.
Correctly? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. So
that's awesome.
Pretty good value of that. But going back to Jesse's point, he's actually completely wrong. Apparently, the 3DS is selling more at this stage than the DS was at this stage. I just wanted to make that absolutely clear. No, the 3DS is selling a ton, mostly because they slashed the price down to ludicrously low levels.
No, see, that's what I was saying before. You and your fuzzy logic. I was saying that the reason, if it is selling now, it's because it was getting its ass kicked because no one bought it because
it had no games.
Yeah,
it had no games on launch. I got 5 launch titles with my 3DS, and they're all bad. Every one of them, except for Street Fighter, but that's bad too because its controls are awful. I just want to point that out. The D-pad on the 3DS is the smallest D-pad I've ever used, and it cramps my hands up really hard. So that wasn't an option for me. But I mean, the D-pad on the Vita is a bit bigger. It's a bit better, and obviously the sticks are arguably better on the 3DS. You've got what is basically it's a circle pad that kind of drags around in this circular area for your analog stick on the 3DS, and then you've got actual sticks on the Vita, and the sticks are not that great, honestly.
I was going to ask about those in comparison to like an Xbox controller or a PS3 controller. I was wondering how actual analog sticks would work on a handheld, because it seems like everybody has a different size of hand, but I just don't know how the sticks would... Because I like to have an extended stick. I use accessories on my controller, so I like my sticks to come way out, and the sticks on the Vita actually look pretty small. Have you played a lot on your Vita already? Are you liking the setup?
Yeah, I've played quite a bit on the Vita, and the sticks, I've not got hand cramp from them, let me put it that way. I haven't really had a hand cramp problem with them. I play quite a lot of Wipeout, and I don't have issues with that. I've played a number of other games. Some of them you definitely want to use the stick for, some you don't. Ultimate Marvel, I've played a bit with that, and obviously that's a pretty spammy game. You've got to be pretty fast in that game, and it's not really been a problem, but I've kind of got a concern that they might be a bit flimsy. They look probably flimsier than they actually are. What I will say is they're worlds better than the PSP. You know, that little slidey pad on the PSP? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, wow, so much better than that.
If it wasn't worlds better than the PSP, I would be really disappointed
Correct. Yeah, correct. It was
so
awful. But the system's pretty good, and the Vita actually launched with some titles that weren't terrible. The 3DS, what titles did I get? Pilot Wings, which was bad. Street Fighter, which was, well, Street Fighter, but worse. Ghost Recon Shadow something or other, Shadow Wars, that was basic. It was okay, it wasn't great. Then Samurai Warriors Chronicles, which was just a bad version of Samurai Warriors, and Splinter Cell, which was freaking awful. Absolutely terrible. Really bad frame rate, awful controls, just not even worth it. And then later on, of course, Nintendo started releasing games for it, so it was kind of worth having. And I think the first third-party title that was really worth it on that was Dead or Alive Dimensions. That was really good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I have yet to play a Dead or Alive game that let me down, honestly. Even volleyball.
That's what I was gonna bring up. Even the volleyball games where it's just
Even the
literally
volleyball
girls
games.
with like triple
Dude,
D boobs.
I don't know
jumping
why
around.
my parents let me play those games, but they were great. I thought they were really fun.
I never thought I knew what love was, but now I do.
Until I played Dead or Alive
Yeah.
volleyball.
Till now.
Dude, the second beach volleyball game was not very good, but the first one actually, the gameplay on it was great.
I've been
Yeah.
told that it's a fairly competent volleyball game, all things considered. Because that's
Oh my
that's
God.
why people buy it. Obviously.
We are not sitting here promoting it. Like,
There's
you
a
know
niche
what?
market for sexual volleyball games.
There is amazing breast physics. Go buy this game.
I'd say
Endorsed
they
by
may be
Dodger.
somewhat unrealistic, let's just say. But hey,
No, what?
just a
Who wants
tad.
realistic breast physics?
They're boring. Let's
now
be
with
honest.
more sagging.
Yes, that's not so great.
What is that?
But nice for bringing that one out. Nice one. There you
Here.
go. But speaking, yes. So the launch lineup of the 3DS pretty bad. The launch lineup of the Vita not so terrible. Like, it has some pretty good games. Admittedly, it's kind of restricted to 3 genres: racing, fighting, and platformers. If you
I
count
like it.
Uncharted as a platformer, which I do, which is going to make people mad. And it was specifically designed to do so. But the Vita's got Rayman Origins, which is amazing. And it's a really, really good port. A very, very solid port. Absolutely worth it. It's got BlazBlue, which is a perfect port as well. And it's also got Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. So what do you need in between those 2 fighting games? You don't. That's all you really need from a fighting game perspective. And then it's got, racing game-wise, it's got MotorStorm RC, which is really good. It's got Wipeout 2048, which could be better, but it's still pretty good. It's got Ridge Racer, which, nah. It's got...
Ridge Racer.
Thanks for that.
Sorry, every time I hear that, I have to say it.
Yep. It's got Mod Nation, which is okay, but apparently doesn't have online play, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You can download all of the tracks from the PS3 version, but you can't play any of them online. Wow. What? Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know. It's madness.
But overall,
How is the online
Vita.
on the Vita? Have you played online with
Yeah,
like the?
I did a bit
I
of...
guess it's over Wi-Fi, right? I mean, or does
Yeah.
it find a 3G, 4G connection?
You can do
How does it
3G,
work?
but I didn't bother putting a 3G card in it because you need a different kind of 3G card than anything else, and they charge you out the ass for it, so I didn't even bother. But on Wi-Fi, it's totally fine. I played a couple of matches of Ultimate, and it was great. There was
It's pretty solid.
Yeah, no problems at all.
I can't even imagine what lag would be like on a handheld. Like how infuriating that would be. If you
That
were
would be
flying all
fairly
over the
terrible,
screen.
but I didn't have a problem with it with Ultimate at all. It's just as good as the console version as far as I can tell. Wipeout I played maybe 1 match of, and that was on launch, and it was a bit dodgy, but apparently they had to patch that, so I guess that's okay. but like the launch lineup in general, it's a large launch lineup, and most of the games are good. Like the only game on Metacritic that's actually in the red is Dungeon Hunter, and that's because Gameloft makes terrible games. So that's
just putting it out there.
I just want to put that out. Yeah, funnily enough, that game is like published apparently by Ubisoft or whatever, but like it was, if I recall correctly, some people were saying that it's a port of an iOS game or something, but Dungeon Hunter Alliance is apparently not very good. And I can't even remember. The problem with Gameloft games is they make games that are so sodding similar to every other game that you never know if a bad game is a Gameloft game or an actual game that Gameloft then ripped off and made bad again. That's the scary thing. Like, they made 3 games that were Call of Duty rip-offs. Like, I think it was like Modern Combat 3 or something like that. And
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Modern Combat.
Yeah.
The visual in my mind is perfect.
Yep.
It's the perfect game.
Modern Combat Sandstorm, which was Call of Duty 4. There was Modern
That's even
Combat
better.
2, Black Pegasus, which was Modern Warfare 2. And then there's...
Did Modern Combat 2 just have tons of one-man army noob tubers, just like in Modern Warfare?
Oh, you want to know what's even worse? In that game, in the multiplayer, especially in Modern Combat 3, it's pay to win. So you buy really good guns and you kill everybody, and it's the worst thing to ever happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, so when you're saying pay to win, it's DLC weapons, or how does that work? Is pay with real money or pay with in-game credits?
Let me put it this way: there are top in-app purchases. If there's an actual top 10 of in-app purchases, you know there's something wrong with your game. There is a top 10. One of them is National Treasury, which costs £70. £70.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah.
What is National Treasury?
I am about to find out because this scares the hell out of me. Modern Combat 3, National Treasury.
Please, God, let Nicolas Cage be in it, and let them go around the world. Are you kidding me? National Treasury.
National Treasure. I'm trying to find out what this is. It costs £70. That's about $120.
What?
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage
No.
is back.
With the actual
Oh,
balls? There's no way.
Class PS
No.
Vita DLC.
What? No, there's no way. Please, how is something $120? That's insane.
It's
Nothing in the world is $120.
It's $99.
This is bonus.
The Veterans Arsenal costs $50. The Phantom Pack costs $50.
The Phantom.
And these are all just in-game weapons for modern combat?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
National
much. Sure.
Treasury.
The National... You know what? That sounds like Worms. That sounds like it could be a weapon in Worms Armageddon.
my
The
God.
National Treasury.
Please, God, let this game be about the National Treasure movies. Oh my God.
Oh, that would be the best thing. Like, there's a perk called quantitative easing. You know, that would be awesome. Hyperinflation. Nuke the Fed, man. Nuke the Fed. But whatever the case, it's a terrible, terrible game that is pay to win and an awful ripoff. And I get confused because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they made Dungeon Hunter. They may have, but if they didn't, they made something very similar to Dungeon Hunter. No, they did make Dungeon Hunter. Yes, they did. I was not correct. I was not incorrect. They are awful. So, yeah, that's the only really bad game on the Vita, and everything else is at least acceptable, including Michael Jackson The Experience HD.
Oh my.
Just
Yes.
what I was waiting for.
That's a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing.
Michael
Jesse.
Jackson Experience.
It's a thing.
So you're in a dark closet, and there's teddy bears and crying children. Too soon? No? Okay.
It's definitely not too soon, but it's
No,
certainly
no.
very grim indeed, and it might be something we want to avoid. Because unless we're going to talk about Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, the game for the Super Nintendo, then this is not...
Greatest game.
Moonwalker.
He turned into a car in that game. You could turn him into a leopard. No, not leopard. A panther and a car in that game.
Oh, he turns into a panther in one of his music videos.
Greatest game. He turns into a car in the music video too. I bet you didn't know that. In the like hour long whatever that one is like smooth criminal. Boo, 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 that one that I think Danny DeVito played the bad guy in that. There's an hour-long like movie, and I swear to you, at one point he turns into a car. Michael Jackson morphed into a car. That's all we need to know.
In that movie,
Yeah,
certainly.
I think he turns into the Panther at the end of Black and White, I think. Where he's just dancing. He's like dancing his heart out so hard with no music for so long, and then he's
a panther.
he's a panther. It's the best ever. It's the best ever. Check
So if
that
you're listening
out.
right now, what you
Go.
should do,
Gaggle
pause
that
the video.
immediately.
Pause the video. If you're listening and you're watching on the TGS, pause the video and just dance your heart out.
Just dance so hard that
And
you
you'll
become
become
a panther. Because it's a real thing.
And
You can
then
do
take
that.
a photo and send it to us. We'll post your panther pics on the TGS homepage. Care of Panther Pics at
Oh, my
TGS.
God.
That sounds.
I used to be a dancer like you, but then I became a panther.
Can
Panthers can't
I
dance.
change the subject?
You could try.
From Dancing
Okay.
Panthers?
I have a thing. I have a thing that I think we should discuss.
Okay.
Else play Dear Esther.
Oh God. Oh God.
That's a yes. I hope that's a yes.
It is a yes. This has been
Because
the
I think you
video
felt
that's
the
got me
same
the
way I
most
did.
hate over at least the last 24 hours. Like that video, people begged more than any other game. Do WTF is Dear Esther, and eventually I'm like, okay. So I played the game through, yep, because I knew the game wasn't very long, yep. I filmed the whole thing, and I also knew that from talking to other people that there'd be no point in kind of doing a traditional WTF is. So I thought I'll film the whole thing and then I'll talk about it. And it was the biggest waste of time I have ever had in my life. I really mean that. As in, I would much rather. Let me just look at my Saturn game shelf for a second, because there's some really bad games here. I have a very large shelf of Saturn games, and a lot of them are bad. I actually have 2 copies of Croc. Two copies.
Why? Why do you have more than one?
Because
Why is that a thing?
what if copy 1 broke and I really desperately needed to play Croc? What would happen then?
Okay.
Have you considered that? No, you
Everyone
didn't.
Alright,
finds himself in
you
that situation
convinced
every
me.
now and then.
I'm very well prepared. I have 2 copies of Croc. And I also have Street Fighter the movie, the game. And I had less... I felt that I'd wasted less time playing Street Fighter the movie, the game, than I did playing Dear Esther.
How long did it take you to play through it? It took me like 45 minutes, I think.
About an hour. I went the
Yeah.
wrong way at one point, and because you move so slowly, if you go the wrong way, you then have to spend about 10 minutes getting back to where you were. And also, since the game is sometimes not clear as to where you can walk, it's like, oh, I can walk up here, right? No, it's at a slight incline.
Nope.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
So, it took me about an hour, and it was a complete waste of time. I realized that they're trying to do something different, but I do not feel that it is the way to tell stories in a game form.
Yeah,
at all.
I appreciated that they did it, and I understand that it like just started off as like a school project and a mod. And I think that it's really cool that it's gotten as much attention as it has, but I was not the right audience for that game.
No, I
was
wasn't
like,
either. I definitely wasn't.
all I can do is walk.
Gamers are
All
not
I
the right
do is
audience.
walk?
I swear,
Huh?
gamers are not the right audience for that game at all.
Oh.
Because you crave...
That might be a fair assessment, actually.
Yeah, I think you crave interactivity in that game and you don't get it at all. And
Yeah.
it's infuriating. It really, really is.
Yeah, and especially now with so many games that let you like really take advantage of an open world setting and kind of do whatever you want. Like being there and having there be like there were a lot of really visually interesting things in that game, and you
Oh yeah, it's
couldn't-
great
you
looking.
couldn't get to like any of it.
No.
It was so frustrating.
Yeah, it's like, I want to go check out this. And it's like, you can't do it. It annoyed the hell out of me. It is just, it's pressing W. It really is. It's holding down W. And you can say, and you can turn around and say, oh, you're just too stupid for that, which is always funny. I was reading some of the comments, which was a terrible thing to do. Like, oh, you're too stupid for that game. But then again, those kind of people don't really understand that quote, game is going to be incredibly niche, and a lot of people aren't going to like it. And they expect people to appreciate it, and I don't appreciate it. I'm a gaming commentator. I'm not an art critic. I can't tell you about art because I don't care. It's as simple
It's a
as
game
that.
for artists. It's like, yeah, I don't think that traditional gamers who want to be able to get a gaming experience out of it are going to be happy with it. But if somebody were to sit down and say, I want to experience this piece of art, that's a totally different
So
way
is
to
it
come
really
about
a
it.
game? or do you
I
just
don't
walk
think
around?
it is. I don't
really
think it's a game.
know what's the objective of the game. You walk
Get
through
to
a
the end of it.
storyline.
It's a story, but all you can do is walk. So like as you're walking through this world, you get different snippets of a story. And then like
Through dialogue or through
It's a narrator.
yeah, he's writing messages. You're reading letters to
Yeah.
Dear Esther, letters to Esther.
Uh-huh.
And all you do is walk the entire time. And then, when you get to the end, it's like it's really short, which it would have to be with that little interactivity.
It was too
but-
long, honestly.
That's not a game. That's a software story.
Yes,
That's
it
like-
is. It is a software
Yeah.
story. That's exactly what it is. And
That's actually a good way to say it.
the only problem I've got with it is that it was actually marketed as a game. And don't claim otherwise. One, it's on Steam. Two, it has no less than 3 game genres attached to it. And then it's got quotes of reviews, like from Edge, who are of course known to be incredibly pretentious, saying, the most original first-person game in ages. Like, it's not, but it isn't a game. It has no, I don't know. It depends. I want to go around here, around the panel, and define what you need to be
Oh,
in
God.
order to be a game. And I'm going to start with Jesse because he's been
not
trying
it.
to
Thank
hide
you.
from this discussion. What is a game, Jesse?
It needs to be interactive, needs to tell a story, needs to do it visually, auditorially, and kinesthetically, like your character can move about and do different things. And it has to have objectives and goals. And that's a game. I think... I guess I will say that I like the idea of Dear Esther. I think that the mod of it was probably enough. It's one of those things where just the fact it's very it's kind of like movies. There's always the art house movies where not everyone's going to see them. Most people won't like them, but it's going to have an audience. And I think that's what this does. And especially a lot of the critics love to jump on that, like, this is the first wave of something new, so of course I'm going to
God, I
stamp
hope
my
not.
seal of approval on it. Well,
God, I hope not.
I think the thing is that it's supposed to be an immersive experience where you do all, you're supposed to get the story, it's supposed to unravel, and every time you play through it, there's supposed to be different, ways the story unravels. The problem for me is it holds you back from it purposefully makes it difficult to get through it without having a challenge there. It's just, it's like what made bad games bad was... like you were saying, you go the wrong direction, then it takes like just a ludicrous amount of time, not the rapper, to get back to where you were, right? It's the lack of having just basic abilities like jump, right? That kind of stuff. I think it makes it not a game. I will say, I think it's pretty cool, but I don't classify it as a game. No.
I have problems with them selling it, if I'm totally honest. You mentioned earlier that it's okay for it to stay a mod, and you could bring out the whole terrible all art should be free crap, but that I think I really have problems with them trying to sell something like that for $10 because really people don't know what it is. And
I think $10 is too much for sure.
I think so. I mean, they don't.
And it only takes 45 minutes to beat.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
$10?
So in terms of actual value, it's awful. Right? But we are still we're quibbling over $10 here, which really isn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But
Can I say something really quick? This is.
you can try.
Well, I actually will. In the chat here, a lot of people are saying that you do not need a story for a game. That many
agree with
old
that.
games did not have stories. I say you're wrong.
Okay.
I say the games that started without stories, if you read the instruction manual, there were stories there.
There's always a
And if
backstory.
you-
Yeah, but you didn't
and
need...
it- and if
Okay,
you
what's
were-
the story
and it-
behind Geometry Wars 2?
And if you were young, right, and everyone was there at one point, if you were a young gamer, it might not have had a story, but you made one up for yourself. And
But-
even if it was just in the back of your head, you know, you're playing games, you would make up some. There's a reason why those aliens are coming down to kill you.
there's
and
well,
What's the story behind Space Invaders?
Okay,
What's the story
the aliens
behind
are coming
Fallout?
there's
kill you.
space invaders coming to kill you.
yeah,
Okay,
someone
the
said
story
someone
behind
claimed that
Fallout.
Angry Birds has no story. Yes, it freaking does.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. That birds are
Absolutely.
angry because of the pigs. That's
Right.
it, right? That's the story.
It-
Doesn't have to be much
There's
of a
the
story.
story.
Maybe story is like, maybe we're dealing with like word
But
phrasing
this
here.
is dumb because this is the exact opposite, because we're not talking like Dear Esther is nothing but a story. It's not lacking
it's-
story. That's
Right.
not the problem. It's not because it lacks story. It's because it lacks everything else. That's the issue. And
It wound up not being an immersive experience
And
because you were
that's-
too focused on the things you couldn't
couldn't do
Yes,
exactly.
that's it.
That's perfect.
yes, right in a nutshell. If I'd said that, I might not have got flamed so much. Thank you. But no, you're absolutely right. Because you put it in a game medium, there are certain expectations. And there's also issues with pacing. Like, if I read a book, for instance, every word that I'm reading kind of gives me something. And I know that every word is kind of there for a reason. But if I'm wandering around in Dear Esther, there are things there that are there for a reason, but there's an awful lot which blatantly isn't. You know? And also, books' pacing is generally much, much better. And you don't have these big gaps where nothing happens. Dear Esther has maybe 5 or 6 landmarks, which are quite interesting, and then the caves, which are definitely worth staring at, because the caves are, oh my god, do they look great. Like, it excites me, because the Chinese room, the guys who made this, they're going to be working on Amnesia 2. That's so
I know,
cool.
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
great.
that's awesome. And Amnesia 2 will actually be a game. I mean, you can pick things up. You
Yeah.
can get
Coming
items. Can you
out
even get
this
items
year.
in,
Whoop, whoop,
Dear
whoop.
Esther, or is it literally
Machine for
pressing
pigs.
W,
It's
walking around,
It's pressing W.
listening to the
You
story?
can't do you can't do anything. It's a book. It's an interactive book. But it's
But it's
worse.
not interactive, though, is it?
Yeah,
But
it's
it's a
worse than
pop-up book, and there's pretty colors, Jesse. Come on.
Yeah, it's worse. It's like a choose your own adventure without having
But
the
there's no
choice
choices.
to choose your own adventure. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Here's the thing that I view about Dear Esther. Like, people say it's an interactive story. It's no more interactive than turning the page on a book. Holding the W key is just turning a page. A book is not interactive just because you turn pages. Dear Esther is not interactive. There is nothing to interact with. The only thing you can do is stop reading it. You either go forward or you don't get anything. Just like a book. You don't turn the page, you don't get the next bit of the story. What's interactive about that? Pray tell.
There are pretty things to look at, TV. It's really pretty.
I'm interacting with my
I would
mind.
make a counterpoint to what Jesse said, and I don't really need a story. When you look at, like, especially with things like arcade games where you
Yeah.
literally just want to jump in and play and shoot things or blow things up, or over-the-top games like Geo Wars. Geometry Wars is really fun, and that's an example of something that I don't really need a story about. I just want to do kind of a stick shooter, and I don't need a story. And I feel like I value gameplay a lot more than I value a story. I don't really want to play a game with I don't give a shit about Esther. I want to shoot things. I want to be able to actually walk around and pick up items or
more to the
level up or
point,
whatever it is.
The reason I don't care about Esther is because it tells me the story over a course of 45 minutes. I've not had time to get emotionally invested in any of the characters.
Right.
And it's given me no reason as well. Like, if you go through turmoil and trials with a character, like, talk about an RPG, for instance. You guys fight through stuff, and you solve puzzles, and you go through quests. You can develop kind of an attachment and an appreciation for that character, and then as the character develops within that environment, then it's like, hey, this character, I actually am invested now in what this character does. And that's how games work, because you actually adventure with these guys. And it's also the same kind of thing with a movie, for instance. If you watch a movie and you watch a character struggle over the course of an hour and a half, then you can get in there. But in this case, you don't watch a character struggle. You don't actually watch anything. The only struggling that goes on is you getting to the next place, and you don't even know who you are in that game, or if you are anybody. That's the scary thing about it.
And I mean, that's part of the artistic element of it, though. But, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of games that are, because it seems like this is more along the element of games like, I don't know if you guys have played Flow or Flower, and I'm excited about Journey. But
Oh,
those
no,
games are
it's
kind of the
out
same way.
I don't.
Journey actually has gameplay
It's very
mechanics.
artistic.
Dear Esther doesn't. Like,
Yeah, and even with Flower, there's still a lot of gameplay to it. There's still a lot of objectives and flying around and stuff.
Yeah.
And it seems like Dear Esther, I just have no interest in
Yeah.
because it is
Well, the
holding
difference,
W.
I think something that is
And
a
if I
big
wanted the
difference
story,
as well,
I can get the same experience just by watching a video of it. I don't even need to play it. You
Well,
know,
it's
like
true.
I
you,
can-
you could look at screenshots of that game with the audio playing alongside it, and you'd have exactly the same experience, only without the frustration. It's true, you would. And someone in the chat was complaining. It's like, are you seriously comparing exploring a first-person world? You're not exploring anything. That's the point. It is entirely linear. There is nothing to explore. You are being shown images. It's not even exploration based like Mist and Riven were, because there's no objective. You don't find or discover anything. You go through a story. It might as well be a cutscene. So it is exactly the same as turning pages in a book, because if you do not hold W, you don't get the next bit. Flat out simple as that. That is why it is the same.
In Flower, you play the wind, right? That's the one for
Yeah.
the wind. That's another big issue, is that in Dear Esther, they're putting you in a vehicle where you expect certain things, like jumping, like what Jesse was saying.
Mhm.
In a game like Flower, they're like, hey, you want to play the wind? And you're like, yeah? It's
Hell
totally
yes.
different.
I don't even, I've owned Flower for ages, and I still don't know what the objective of that game is, but I like to turn it on every now and again, because my god, is it relaxing. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I'll sit down and just blow flower petals around for a while. It's a toy. That barely even qualifies as a game either, but it's a toy, and it's actually kind of relaxing and cool. But with this, no.
There's still objectives and levels, and there's a way to beat Flower. Like there's an actual storyline to it. I don't know how far you've gotten, but
I
it
like
plays
play
out
it for
pretty
about
cool.
5 or 10 minutes and then never pick it up again for a couple of months and then do it again. I probably should just sit down and actually play Flower. But
you can play through it in a couple hours, and
Can it?
it's actually really good.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
yeah. I should probably try it. But Journey's an interesting one because I have played that game. I played it at Eurogamer a couple of months ago. It was one of those games that nobody bothered to sit down and play, which I thought was kind of sad. And we did a video of it, and I couldn't figure out anything. But all I could figure out in that game was I'm in a desert and I am this thing which appears to be made of cloth, and apparently getting cloth is important because it allows you to fly around a bit. And then I found this place that just pushed you back, which is obviously kind of a boundary. Apparently, apparently the developer got really mad at me over Twitter because I went in the wrong direction. But it's like, your game didn't tell me which direction to go in, so I don't know.
How dare you?
I just wandered off and got stuck. But at least that has something. Like, there is a game mechanic in there. You can jump, you can move. Collecting cloth is useful in some way. Even if everything else is completely abstract, it actually has a mechanic. And there's no mechanics in Dear Esther beyond simple camera control. You're basically controlling a camera in the same way that a cutscene could.
Yeah, I feel like it could be just as well put together if they would have just released an hour-long video called Dear Esther, an hour-long
It would be 20 minutes. I can tell you.
trailer. 20 minutes.
Yeah, it would be 20 minutes because a lot of that is just it's null space, I suppose. You're not being told anything and you're not seeing anything. It's like, oh, I've got to walk to the stone circle now and hope that something happens, and actually I don't think it even did. Like, I got to the stone circle, it's like, this is going to be significant, right? No. And I looked around, like, there's, like, these symbols here and there, and if you actually look into the meaning behind it, it's obvious that they've crafted something really awesome. Like, the actual meaning and subtext they've put into it, great. But I just don't feel the delivery mechanism works at all.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I'm not against games trying to have an artistic merit or
No.
render an emotional response. I think that's a cool direction to go with games, and I feel like games like Flower, and I haven't gotten to play Journey, but Journey is trying to do the same thing. They're trying to lean more towards still having gameplay, but really trying to bring out an artistic, emotional response through the gameplay itself. And it feels like Dear Esther was a fail, but I think games like Flower, Journey, I don't really know any other examples of just straight-up artistic games or games that are mostly story-based.
Okay.
It's a cool direction to go.
Okay. I've spent the last, I don't know how long you guys have been talking, trying to figure out another word besides story, because apparently my wording was wrong.
Okay.
I choose to use the word drama instead. There has to be a drama. End of discussion. I'm correct. Everyone who disagrees is
Okay.
wrong.
Well, in that case,
In a
define
game,
the
there
difference.
has to be a
for you.
drama.
Yeah.
There has
Oh.
to be a drama in the game.
You know, I think that actually does fix your statement.
It fixes
Maybe
all the
Because
are you
no,
thinking
because
problems?
this
There
whole
has to be a
time I've
problem
been
to
sitting
fix?
here going, I absolutely love Tetris. There is no story to Tetris, but there is drama because you're
There
feeling
is
so
drama.
much anxiety.
Exactly. Right? Someone
So I
said what
think
about
you fix
Pong?
it.
The drama is between you and another player. Drama does not have to be in the game itself, but it can be brought on from the game. Drama.
There's
That's
a conflict
what I'll use.
of some
yeah,
sort.
The conflict of whatever is happening between you and another player, between you and the game, between characters in the game. There's something in that game that makes you want to play it because that's it, right? It's I can't hit those damn pigs, or I need to catch more I gotta catch them all, right? Or I need to go beat this monster in this place at this time. There's a drama. Boom. Owns your faces, chat. Own everyone in this little I am the king of all knowledge.
It's so one-sided. So I'm definitely down to segue. What else do we got on the table?
I think TB's head exploded.
Well, no, I'm still here. It's just I think that that actually knocked me off the internet, quite literally.
The greatest moment in the history of this podcast.
Pretty much. Like, I got momentarily disconnected from Mumble, and I'm pretty sure my connection to the video server died. It did. Yes, it did.
It did,
Wow.
yeah. It's on a commercial right now.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, it's running now, but you basically knocked me off the internet, which is awesome.
Wait, does that mean that they couldn't hear anything we were saying since it's through you?
No,
Apparently
it was
it cut
nothing
off right
but
after
30
I said that I was
seconds
the
of
king of the
silence.
universe.
It was just silence.
Right?
Wow.
I broke the internet.
So Jesse claims to be the king of knowledge, and then the internet shits on itself.
Exactly.
Because
Awesome.
people were saying that you can't. No one has ever been able to fully describe gaming, like what a game is, and like philosophical debates. I solved the debate, and it crashed the internet.
Yeah, you just broke the internet. Congratulations. That would be a very good time to go to a break. When we come back, we've kind of rejigged the show today. We just talked about a bunch of topics. We're now going to talk about what we played this week, which is what we were supposed to say about an hour ago.
Oh, wow.
We're going to take a quick break, folks. When we come back, what we played this week. Maybe. Assuming we don't fall off the internet again. Old M visual novels is what we shall use to come back into the show with. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it used with Skype. I used to be able to just kind of tell them, but you guys wouldn't hear. But now I can't, so it's awesome. Dem visual novels. How do they work? Let's not talk about visual novels. Let's talk about video games.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm definitely
Okay.
I'm very sure. Dodger, what you been playing this week?
I was trying to think because it's been so long since we've done one of these. I'm like, what all have I been playing? Well, I played Dear Esther.
No, you didn't.
I did. I played that because it is a game.
But no, it's not. So you can't play it.
I'm sorry. Let's not start that
No.
up again.
No.
I started playing more Skyrim again, and I did another playthrough of Darkness 2. And I don't know, I haven't been like super interesting.
I don't know.
At all.
Tell me about
I
Darkness
have.
2. Tell me about Darkness 2.
Oh my god, I have been wrecking that game to everybody in the world because I thought that game from start to finish was great.
Okay.
I'm a huge advocate for it. I know that like the field of vision is an issue for
Yeah, I
want to
be able to
I've
play
actually
it
met
for
a lot
more
of people
than
who
10
can't play
minutes.
it.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Like, I want to play that game because from what I've seen, it seems pretty cool. Like, I'm not really into how linear it is in comparison to Darkness 1 because that had a bit of flexibility there, but I really enjoyed what I played of the demo, and I hate it. There's 2 FPS I really want to play right now, and I can't play either of them because the FOV is so bad, and the other one is Syndicate.
No, I absolutely loved Darkness 2. I thought that the controls, I prefer the controls on the console. I think I said that last time that we did this podcast, but the one thing that I do have to tell you is that any of you, if you wind up playing this game, make sure that you watch all the way through the credits because there's another scene after the credits, and I did not know. The credits were rolling, and I was like, sweet, finish that game! Boom! Like, so proud of myself. I left the room and came back and realized that it was prompting me to do something. I was like, oh, glad I didn't exit out of that. Oh, and I'm finally gonna play all the way through the first Dead Space game so that I can play the second Dead Space game. Those games are terrifying. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
Nope. And that's what I've been doing.
Fair
so
enough.
There you go.
Yep. Darkness 2 is pretty awesome, and that's what makes me sad that I can't play it. You know, I tried various different methods, and some people say, "Oh, well, why didn't you just move backwards?" Well, I use a PC. Now, I don't know about you and the laws of physics, but I know that generally speaking, you have a desk. And on that desk, there will be a keyboard and mouse, and
You gotta be a certain distance.
Yes. You
yeah,
have
I played the whole thing on PC.
but you played it with a controller.
No, I prefer the controller in terms of playing the game, but
Yeah.
I did play the whole thing through with keyboard and mouse.
Mm-hmm.
I got used to it pretty easily, but I think that overall user friendliness. Use a controller.
Yeah, it's an FPS. I can't. I just can't. Straight up can't play FPS on a pad. I'm sorry, I can't do it. It's horrendous. It really is. I have a keyboard and mouse. I've used keyboard and mouse for the past 2 decades. Hell, I had a mouse on my old BBC Micro. That's how bad it gets. You know, it goes back that far. I had a mouse on the BBC Micro Model B, which had 32 kilobytes of RAM. And that was some hardcore stuff. I had a mouse on my Acorn Archimedes machines, my PC. I can't use a pad for FPS. I can't do it. It feels horrible to me.
Can you go back a minute, please? Your Acorn Archimedes machine?
You have no idea what that is, do you? Because those never got to the US. So
I don't know.
I was willing to let it go. I was willing to just let that be a thing.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this thing. This thing is a beast. I'm going to give you a link. I'm going to give you a link right now. I'm going to place it in Mumble, and Mumble's going to shout it at you because you've probably got voice.
Oh my god! Oh,
it
my
literally
god.
is shouting it at us.
How do I?
I love it.
What? All right. First off, why do you have a link just specifically to this?
Yep.
And secondly, it's
looks
just
like an
a
Apple computer.
Yeah, it looks like an
Apple
old computer.
It is an old
Why
computer.
is it called?
Yeah.
Why is it called an Acorn
the same
Archimedes
reason
machine?
the same reason
This is
Apple Mac is called an Apple Mac. It is.
No, it's Apple Macintosh. Macintosh apples. We get that. The Acorn Archimedes machine.
It's not
sounds
called
like a death
machine.
ray.
It's not. It doesn't
sounds
have the
like a
word
death
machine, Jesse. It's just an
You
Acorn
said it.
Archimedes.
You
should.
said.
It
You
should.
said the Acorn Archimedes machine sounds like a death ray that shoots acorns. That's amazing.
I wish you were that cool,
Acorn
man.
Archimedes. Oh my god. I need one of those.
I wish
Can
you
you
were that
imagine if
cool.
you had a weapon that shot acorn? I would call it the. Oh man, this computer does not do it justice. It is a piece of junk.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure that didn't I explain this last podcast that it was a machine that was in a lot of British schools, like a lot of them. They pretty much all had these, and they're effectively PCs, but they didn't run Windows. They ran RISC OS.
Seriously? You couldn't conjure up anything better at Hogwarts? You had to go with these?
These things were baller, man. I tell you, at the
That would
time,
explain so much if TotalBiscuit went to Hogwarts.
these
Ex-
things.
All the
He
things
did.
would suddenly
He
make
did.
sense.
He was in Slytherin house.
My house. We're in the same house. Friends.
That's how it is, man. These things would boot up in like 2 seconds flat. They were really impressive. The OS was loaded onto a ROM chip, so it take no time to load at all. It was quite nice for what it was. It was a pretty decent machine, but yeah.
Does Acorn produce any modern Archimedes machines? Like, did that company
Well,
go out of business?
Yeah, so
Acorn.
Maybe you've heard of the company behind Acorn. They go by the name of ARM. Their CPUs are in everything you own.
I don't know what that is. Hold on. Now I gotta look. Now I gotta look this up.
Your MP3 player.
Let's
ARM.
gaggle that. We gotta
Go
gaggle
look
that
for
immediately.
ARM. Go look for
Acorn.
ARM.
I'm gonna look for more pictures of the
Arm.
Acorn Archimedes
Yeah, man.
machine.
Definitely.
Arm. What is it? Just arm.
ARM.
When I look up arm,
ARM.com.
it shows me a
prompted
body part.
Jesus Christ. ARM. Right. Pretty much every
ARM.com.
phone you have has one of these things in.
The architecture. Oh, that's kind of like Archimedes. The architecture for the digital world. What do they make exactly? And why do the graphics?
CPUs.
The graphics that they're showing seem like the. I don't understand. What? So they have SSDs? What
ARM
kind do
is
they
in
make?
everything. It is in absolutely everything. CPUs.
Smartphones?
They're in pretty much every smartphone. They are in MP3 players.
Products.
Pretty much everything. They create CPUs and then they license the technology for people to build them. They don't make them themselves. They just make the designs. And they were one of the first companies to
What?
get on board with low power. Yeah.
So they don't really do anything. They just like design stuff.
Yeah, that's all they do, Jesse. That makes them a worthless company, I guess. In your estimation.
Shit.
Oh, they just design
You
stuff.
could do that,
Oh.
Jesse.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
You pay me 1/4 of what they get paid. I'll design you something pretty awesome.
I will pay you
An
a whole $1.50.
an Acorn Archimedes Death Ray, and you will take over the world. Who needs a phone when you can shoot acorns at people?
Yeah.
Oh.
Write your text message on a freaking acorn. Tweet that shit. There's 140 characters.
Tweeting right now. Oh, there's another game that I played that I promised my viewers I would talk about
Okay.
on the podcast.
Okay.
It's called Triple Town, but I always call it Triple Tits, and they get really confused.
Wait, what?
It's called the game itself is called
Total
Triple
Recall
Town.
the game? What?
It's right. Everybody makes that joke. Literally everyone.
I'm original.
But it's a great game. You take bushes and you turn them into trees, into houses, but there are bears and ninja bears that attack you.
Oh,
And it's
cool.
What?
This sounds reasonable.
Everyone should play this, and you should all call it Triple Tits and make it a thing, because I want everyone to call it that. Because I love it.
All right.
Wait, you showed me this on your phone, right?
I did show you, and it looks, well, it
I was
might not
not
look
impressed.
fun. Okay, it might not look fun, but it's
Bushes.
they're ninja
Hooray.
bears. There
There's
are
bears?
ninja bears.
Okay, I might be-
everyone.
Happy with like a game with bears, but all I saw was bushes and trees. I don't know.
Ninja
It
bears show
didn't
up.
look very fun.
It's great. It's a great game. But yeah, I
Triple
promised everyone I would
tits.
talk about that, so there it is. There
Alright.
it is, for whatever it's worth. We can get back to the Acorn Archimedes machine.
Acorn
It's more
Archimedes machine,
interesting.
man. That's the way of it. Yeah. That system had gaming problems. Let me put it that way. We got a lot of games from the PC, but we got them about 5 years after they were released on the PC. So one of my best gaming experiences as a kid was playing Heroes of Might and Magic 2. They'd finally ported this thing over, and I spent hundreds of hours on that game. It was amazing, incredible. And I then heard that while I was playing this, Heroes 3 had come out, and I had no idea, and that never made it to the Acorn Archimedes machine, that I'm not going to call it because it makes Jesse happy. Yeah.
I am smiling right now. I imagine for some reason that when you turn it on, it goes like.
It's the most British of computers. It's true. It actually, as far as I'm aware, it never got outside the UK at all. It was a UK-based machine. Oh, man. But there were actually some kind of cool games that ended up being ported off and ended up being awful, as it turns out. Starfighter 3000. Maybe you played that on the PlayStation or the Saturn.
You've heard of it.
No Starfighter. No, apparently not.
Heard of it, never played it.
Yeah, it wasn't very good on the console, but on a Risk OS machine, it was amazing. It was a really good game at the time. But yeah, that's going back a while, certainly. But yeah, I could tell you many stories about the Acorn Archimedes machine, but I am not going to tell you about the Acorn Archimedes machine because it is pointless. And yes, actually, that's the only reason.
Horrendously off topic.
It is fairly off topic. Because, was I playing Acorn Archimedes games lately? No, I wasn't. I'm trying to think if there's actually a single game on that machine that I would want to play now, from a nostalgia standpoint, and I'm having difficulty coming up with one because either they were ports, Like, I've got old stuff like Fire and Ice from the Amiga was on the RISC-OS machine. Like, Magic Pockets. What, Jesse? Did I just say because I've got ports? Was that it? Was that...
No.
Is that what it was?
I have this mental picture. You right now you're like, oh, what games would I play if I imagine not 10 feet from you is a shelf where the Acorn Archimedes machine sits proudly with all these games, and you're like, if only I could play those.
I have at least 2 working Acorn Archimedes machines in my house. They still work. They still work, man. I have the most powerful one, and the most powerful machine, the Strong Arm Acorn Archimedes machine.
It's not called the Strong Arm.
It is. It's called the Strong Arm. It is called the Strong Arm. And it is incredible. It was so fast. It was 202 megahertz at the time. It was so quick. So powerful. And it still works. Like 15 years after release, it still works.
What a great day.
Yeah, this day's gotten better now. I was really mad before this, and now I'm reminiscing and realizing how absurd the whole thing is. It's great.
Sorry, I just imagine. I can't. Everyone knows what your little area looks like with the flag in the background. I imagine if you lift up that flag behind it is a shrine dedicated to the Acorn Archimedes machine. Little incense candles. And oh my god, I can.
Oh god. Okay.
That's unintentionally funny. The funny thing is about that machine is it has a PC inside it on a little card. I kid you not. It had a PC CPU on a card in the machine so that if you needed to do PC stuff, you loaded up your PC in a window. And it was...
What?
Yeah. You could load up a PC in a window that ran off a separate card inside the machine. You know how you can kind of do that with, I think Windows 7 has that Windows XP virtual machine or something? It was kind of like that, only it was hardware. And you could just load it up, and in this window on your desktop would be a fully functional, mostly, PC on which you could run Windows 95 and most applications. And it was, for the time, that's pretty amazing.
What?
That's like pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I was
Think about
gonna say.
that. If I could run Mac OS, I assume there's probably a way to do it, but if I could run Mac OS, assuming I'd have a use for that, in a window on my Windows desktop, that's kind of cool, right? That sounds okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah?
10 years ago.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
When is running macOS cool?
Wow.
I'm just making an example.
Hater.
I mean, you could probably do
Hater.
it with Linux, I guess, but this was happening 15 years ago, and it was pretty cool. I have a story about that. The first time I left the country was to go to Canada. I used to play in a band, in a basically military-style band.
All right, I was about to say the hell you were in a band.
I was actually.
But military style.
Oh no! This
Okay.
I was in a rock band too. I was the drummer and the vocalist because we
Bullshit.
couldn't find. Oh, it's true, man. It's true. The footage
I believe
exists on a VHS somewhere, man. I used to be a drummer and a singer. I did both. I was basically the Phil
You're like
Collins
Phil
of my
Collins,
time.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm the Phil Collins of my time. I was really bad at both, but I could do both.
Coming in the air. Okay, go.
Yeah, man, it's true. I did that.
That exact thing.
That's
that
a feather in my cap. That is a feather in my cap. But yeah, so we went to various countries to play, and we got invited to do a tour in Canada. So we did about a week and a half in Canada. I did about 8 different concerts, and one of them was near Niagara Falls, which is in itself pretty cool. But on our day off, we got to just go into Toronto and do all sorts of cool stuff. And I went to Toronto and I bought the Canadian version of Dungeon Keeper, the original Dungeon Keeper, and it came in this giant box.
The Canadian version?
Apparently,
some-
the Canadian version is extra violent.
I'm the dungeon keeper,
my.
you hosers, eh? better watch out for them Mounties. Like, what the hell kind of... Your victory toast
Seriously.
is maple syrup. Like, what? By the way,
The Canadian version
of Canadians. Yeah,
the Canadian
I
version of Dungeon
apologize.
Keeper was apparently extra violent, and to the point where you attacked something and you killed it, and it stood there for about 5 minutes bleeding. Like blood would just be gushing from it for about 5 minutes, all over the place, and eventually it would fall over. And it was the best thing. And I got back in, all I did was play that for about a week. And it was at that point that I realized Dungeon Keeper is awesome, and I really hate the fact that there isn't a number 3.
It's when your life changed forever.
Yeah, man, that is when my life
That moment.
changed forever, and I realized that Dungeon Keeper was
That's
one
when
of
the
the best things.
cynicism started, right then.
I think so, actually. I think so. It was when it told me that my dungeon was full of yogurt that I changed forever.
I don't understand why the Canadian edition was extra violent.
It was! I don't know why. The Canadian edition is extra violent.
I know many Canadians, and they're the least violent people in the world. Like, I cannot imagine. Like, maybe video games is how they unleash their rage. I don't
think
get
so.
it.
Yeah, man.
That
must be it.
That makes no sense.
I think it makes sense.
They're all so nice.
That's why they're so pacifistic, because they go into video games and it's mass slaughter. 24/7.
Just get it all out,
The
man.
Canadian Grand Theft Auto is you give people lifts to the store. Like, you need a lift to the store there? Okay, then. That's Canadian Grand Theft Auto, no?
When I
It's because they're so nice.
Is that supposed to be the extra violent version?
Yes, right? The extra
But
violent-
the store is a flamethrower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God, you saved this whole
You,
thing.
I
you
got
get
it.
caught. You get
I got
you
this.
get caught in traffic. That's the extra violent part. You might get angry because the traffic's not moving. Why don't you move it there, old lady? Oh, I might honk at you.
Don't make me.
Don't make me honk at you there.
And to this point, we find
His
out this
accent is
entire
getting
time
weirder
that
and weirder.
MuzzaFuzza's actually Canadian, and he's been sitting there fuming for the last 10 minutes.
We actually
He's just so angry.
No, but we have a Canadian in the house.
We do have a
Dodger
Canadian in
and
the
I.
house right now.
Ah, okay.
So if we want a first-hand question, we can do that.
We should ask,
Ask
him where
him
he
why
was when he
Dungeon
bought
Keeper is extra violent in Canada.
Yes.
Just do it.
Oh.
Yes. Now, I'm pretty sure that had nothing to do with what we've been playing. Jesse, what have you been playing this week?
Oh, yeah, we were on that subject, weren't we? I've been playing I started playing Diablo 3 again because they basically changed the entire game.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, it's kind of, I guess they're trying to gear it more towards the port for
The consoles?
360. Yeah, I'm not sure what
jeez.
it's called. So now it's like it used to be real in depth, and there was all these different windows and stuff. And now they've basically all the different windows you had to go to, they've taken out now, and it's pretty much all on one screen. And then there's a bottom row, and instead of having 1 through 6, now you have 1 through 4, and then you have a dedicated healing
What?
button, which is Q. And then they change it so runes, you don't find runes anymore. Runes are given to you as you level, and you get one base stat across whatever it is. But the runes change. Essentially, they made it simplified, easier, but it's kind of like, okay, this is for those people who played the original beta. This is a lot different. Like, the game has essentially changed its fundamental nature, and all the cool things like the Nephilim cube and all things that let you sell and do all, like on the go are gone. You have to go back to town now. But at the same time, any item that's like a white or gray item are not craftable. You can't like disenchant them to get the crafting materials. It's only like the blues are higher.
Okay.
And then they've changed like drops, and essentially they have it so it's like they don't want you to pick up everything. They just want stuff to explode out of an enemy, and then for you to just leave it there. And of course, my nature as a loot whore, I'm just like, no. And they're like, well, if people start picking up a lot, what we'll do is we'll just lower the value. I'm like, are you kidding me? Even if it's worth 1 gold, I'll still pick it up. And so they're really trying to make it more casual friendly.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I played a lot of Saints Row the Third. That game is redunculous.
It's awesome.
It is just about one of the best games.
On sale this weekend, by the way, on Steam. It's 50%
I'm
off.
so glad. It doesn't take itself seriously at all. It's so much fun. Finally, it took till February 29th. I finally finished Rage, and that had the worst ending in game history. It was like going to a movie where the movie believes that it's like gonna have a sequel, but you know it was so bad it won't. So they end it like, and in this one it's like, well, we're gonna end it. What happened? Oh no! It's like there wasn't even a final boss. It was just you fight off a bunch of dudes and then you win. It was awful. Yeah. Oh yes, the end of the game was bad, and
That's
then
so depressing.
I know, right? And because there's
Why are all post-apocalyptic games these days seem to have bad endings? Like Fallout 3, terrible ending. Rage, terrible ending. Borderlands, terrible ending. What is up with that?
because they always have because it's post-apocalyptic. They have this weird sense of like there's more of the story to tell. And this one was, you know, you have to go and you know, spoiler, you have to go do something, and once you do that, it'll change the world forever. Right? And it will balance out the power, da-da-da. You do it, and then it cut, like, the ending, you get a cutscene that's like, and then, credits. It's like, you sons of bitches.
I like the Borderlands ending. I like fighting a giant crazy boss at the end. I don't really care that it kind of ruined the story and defeated the whole purpose of finding the vault and all the treasures, but the giant badass monster was cool.
It was just
the fact that you could
big-ass
replay it.
squid thing that you blew up with your overpowered guns, and then it just pretty much petered out at that point. It was awful. It was a terrible ending.
I don't know. I like the feeling of a giant, crazy boss battle for the ending, rather than what Jesse was talking about, where it's just fighting off.
Oh, yeah,
it's
certainly better.
It was bad.
But
the worst part is that they gave you all these new weapons to go into the final area, and I thought, okay, they give you this thing, you have like BFG rounds, so you know something's going down. So I saved those rounds, went through the entire last map, conserving it for the very last boss, right? There was no boss. I never once saw what that looked like. I beat the game and never once saw what the best ammo in the game looked like. I was like, well, that is crap.
Wow.
Yep.
Maybe the Canadian version has extra content.
The Canadian version it's all BFGs and it's
all the time.
Oh yeah.
20 hours of BFG action. That's what I'm talking about.
And I guess, and then the last thing is, Deus Ex is done, and I'm desperately trying to make the final episode the most epic thing ever. But let's just say I may have run into some. I wanted to get a special guest, quote unquote, but there may be some legal issues with it.
Yes,
maybe
I can see where this is going.
Squeenix might not be happy with what I wanted to do, so it may or may not happen. And if it does, it'll be epic. And if it doesn't, you don't know nothing about it. I
have a suggestion as to how to avoid that, but I can't tell you on the show because that would spoil it. So I'll tell you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. And that's it. That's what I've been doing. I've been packing because that's pretty much it too. So that's it.
Yeah, Muzza, what have you been playing this week?
SSX, Twisted Metal. I got the new UFC Undisputed 3.
I love Twisted Metal.
All right.
I haven't got to play it yet.
I've got lots of new games. Twisted Metal is actually really cool. It's
really
just that
good.
the online on the PS3 is terrible.
Really?
And at any given time, the most amount of... You have to pick your own server. It doesn't have its own very well put together matchmaking. So if you want to play online, which is what most people want to do, I haven't really touched the story of it yet. I just wanted to kill people. You have to look through your own server, and you can never find a full game, and you'll get tons of network connection errors. But on the good side of things that I have been enjoying playing, I went to the TGS offices a few days ago and played SSX, and I was always a Tony Hawk Pro Skater fanboy.
Yep.
So to play something new and updated that has the same over-the-top skateboarding, snowboarding feel, it's really good.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about SSX, and I do enjoy that series. One of the few good games on the Wii when it came out, aside from obviously the Zelda game, was it was SSX. Was it Blur? Yeah, SSX Blur. That was pretty cool. You're laughing at the picture that I just sent through, aren't you?
I'm trying not to.
Amazing.
Yeah,
you have to find a way to put that on the screen.
Is that
the Acorn Archimedes?
Yeah, let me see if I can put it on the screen. Alright, hang on. I've got to... I could switch the screen region. I have no idea where the screen region is going to take me. So I just want to make absolutely sure that it's not going to do something
desktop
horrible.
Porn.
More like reveal important
it.
credit card information or something. Alright, let me find this link for a second.
Oh my god, that needs to be on a shirt.
It's
I
just
think it
so
does,
good.
actually. I wonder if I can get permission for that. Alright, I'm gonna switch to screen region, then I'm gonna try and find what
God.
screen region it's on. Alright, okay, it's that where is it?
You cannot overlook this image
I
enough.
found it. I found it. There it is.
Oh.
That's just right down a bit. There it is. There we go. Then zoom out. Yes. That's it right there.
So beautiful.
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you
You
played
know-
SSX yet?
No, I haven't, but apparently I should. Tell me why I should play it.
Okay, number one, wingsuits. So in
What?
a normal snowboarding or skateboarding game, you wouldn't expect that you can just go flying through the air, but this actually has kind of a skydiving game element that they added to it. You can
Okay.
wingsuit in out of a helicopter onto the mountain. They also have like gear that you can get. So it's got like a leveling system and a gear system built into the game as well. So you can get ice picks, you can get snowboards that have better turning, better speeds. It's got a racing mode, it's got a tricky mode. So it's got like all the elements you would like out of like I guess skateboarding, snowboarding genre of games, but they added some racing elements as well. And from what I've played, it's over the top, it's crazy. You're flying through the air doing backflips and
I
you
want
can
it
bring
right
your
now.
feet off the snowboard. You can do grinds on your hands. You can do handstands. And
No,
Shut
when
up
you
and
say
take my
over
it's
the,
money.
crazy.
when you say over the top, are you talking like SSX tricky over the top?
Yes.
Or like,
God,
yes,
that game
yes,
was
yes.
amazing.
that
There
was
is a
like one of
tricky
the
mode
best
again
games.
where
Yeah.
you can just do all sorts of madness. You can
Oh,
lay
wow.
down on your snowboard. You can do coffin grinds, handstand grinds. It's crazy.
I loved Tricky so much.
Seriously, every time I like, it's tricky to. Every time I hear that song, I immediately think about snowboarding. That's
too,
like
me
it's just
too.
in my head now.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy that definitely then, because that sounds like my kind of thing. There was a game on the Saturn called Steep Slope Sliders, which was quite similar, and that kind of went a bit over the top as well, especially if you unlocked things. There was a half pipe that was in space, so that kind of worked out pretty well if you wanted to do tricks and stuff. You could also, there was an unlockable alien character and stuff like that. It also had a great soundtrack, but SSX is awesome, and yeah, I'm definitely going to pick that up then. That sounds
But
great.
back to Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal
Yeah.
is kind of drawing new boundaries for games. You can't really fit it in a genre. It's its own genre.
Well, it's car
a
combat.
shooter, but it's a race. Yeah, it's car combat, but it feels like there's sniping. There's explosives, there's automatic weapons, and the more you level up, the more cars you unlock, you get a distinct advantage. Like if you're all the way leveled up, if you're like a level 30 or whatever in the game, you can just completely annihilate a lobby because you have all the highest level
really?
stuff unlocked, which is the best stuff in the game.
Huh.
Yeah,
doesn't
it
sound
feels
so
like
great.
the cars with more armor. Well, not so great for people who aren't leveled up, but hopefully if I can level up, I could just completely annihilate people with the Juggernaut, which is like the highest armored giant semi truck in the game that drops mines, and you can also have people drive up inside of you.
Oh, really? Tell me
yeah,
more.
It's really cool. So you're a semi truck, and you can have other people on your team drive up inside of you and man your turrets. So you have your own turret army. It's really cool. If you haven't tried out
Yes,
Twisted
better.
Metal, that's
Drive
better
up
every
inside
time.
of me
Definitely
and
pick it
man my turret. What the hell?
There's also so there's a crush element. Like if you use this car called Axle and you use its special weapon, you shoot spikes out of your tires, and if you run over people, you can crush them, which does huge damage. And if you continue to crush people over and over in a row, it links them together in combos. You can get kill streaks, and kill streaks lead to more weapons. It's kind of it's a shooter more than it is a car game, a racing game. And if you have some first person or third person shooting skills, it translates over pretty well. So I've been having fun with that.
In terms of like the mechanics too, I really liked the way that all of the different, because I played like a bunch of the different cars, and they all feel really nice. They feel the way that they should, I guess. Like they all drive totally differently, but none of them were frustrating to drive.
I don't think it's
anything.
sold at all though, because when I go to look for a game, it literally like you'd expect. Okay, you hop on like a Call of Duty game. There's a million different lobbies. You hop on Twisted Metal. There's 140 rooms, 140 game lobbies that only hold like 16 players each.
Well, Twisted Metal wasn't going
There's
to be
literally
Call of
less
Duty,
than 1,000
honey.
people playing online, which does not say much
It
for the sales
sold,
of the game.
first week sales was globally 267,000 units, which is not that bad, really. For It's not great, but it's not awful either. It could
And
be
none of them are playing online.
maybe the online's just busted, and it's not actually finding
It is.
everyone.
It's very junky, which
Yeah.
kind of pisses me off because that's what I wanted to do the most was level up online. I don't really care for playing through the single player. I was thinking more along the lines of like gameplays and possibly even montages. Since it is a shooter game, I thought it would be cool to try to get clips of kill streaks and stuff like that. But from what it's looking like now, it has way too many connection issues. It'll take me more than an hour just to find a game and finally get a lobby that's working well. But other than the connection, the game is awesome, but I can't deal with the connection on the PS3, sadly. And it is an exclusive for PS3, which sucks. Because if it was on Xbox, I'm guessing the servers would be a lot better.
Does it have because like the other Twisted Metal games, the ends of single player were always so cool. Does it? Have you played through single player at all? Like
A little bit. There's some. So you said you played with a few different cars. I think it's cool that they just didn't give a shit. They went over the top. There's one car that literally it's like a transformer. It turns into this giant mech robot, and you can throw your head and it explodes. There's another one where you're like a funeral mobile. I can't remember what that's called, but you have like a dying or dead person in the back. And instead of, taking them to the morgue, instead you strap TNT to them and you use them as a bomb and you send them flying out of the front of your car. And there's all sorts of like crazy cars in that game. So
I always liked was it Axel, who's just a tire?
Yeah,
Just,
that's the one that you can crush people with, and it's really fast.
Sweet Tooth all the way, without question.
Yeah, so Sweet Tooth, that's the one that transforms into like a giant mech robot, and you start as a little pink ice cream truck with a psychopathic, murderous clown as the driver.
Yep. That's
awesome.
Exactly it. That is, without question, it. And it's awesome. And yeah, I need to get a hold of that. I'm pretty sure either I wasn't paying attention or there was a delay for releasing the EU for whatever reason, which kind of sucks. Which is also the case with Asura's Wrath, I might add, which is pissing me off. I'm supposed to get that Friday, and I'm planning on streaming it. I'm going to do a full playthrough of Asura's Wrath on Sunday on this very channel. Because apparently that game is beyond crazy. An awkward silence ensues.
I just never played Asura's Wrath. I don't really know what that is. Is that something like Twisted Metal, or is it just
not
a
really,
twisted, weird
but it
game?
It is amped up to 11 nonsense. Basically, that game is this really crazy cinematic action game that they've just thrown all caution to the wind with. Like, the game is insanity at all levels. Like, you have 6 arms to start with. And at some time, you might have all of your arms ripped off.
So far.
And then you just kick the shit out of people with your feet because you don't care. Like, oh, I lost my arms, big deal. I'm just going to kick you.
What is this game
Also,
again?
apparently,
Why don't I own it?
I'm pretty sure at some point you headbutt a planet. I might be wrong, but...
What?
Yeah. Apparently this game is completely nuts. Absolutely
6 arms,
110.
headbutting planets. Keep going. I like it.
See, now I just want to play Katamari, is the thing.
Yeah,
Since when
this
did
has got more
Katamari-
punching involved than Katamari.
When did he have 6 arms and
No,
get them ripped off?
The headbutting a planet thing, just because you can, like, suck up everything in the universe.
That's a little different than headbutting a planet.
Yeah.
You're crushing it.
Yeah, there's
I
a
am.
lot of...
I did.
TV,
I crushed it.
you remember the end of Bayonetta? That was something along the lines of headbutting a planet. You were flying past everything in the solar system.
Oh, Bayonetta.
Spoilers.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but if you haven't played
completely...
Bayonetta yet, you're losing out.
You are. And Bayonetta was my favorite game of 2010. I think it was the best 2010 game. That nothing else came close. But
so good.
Yeah, it really, really is. And everyone should play Bayonetta if they haven't already. But I am really into over-the-top action games, and apparently a lot of Asura's Wrath is QTEs. And you know what? I don't care. I'm okay with QuickTime events, actually, because if it does cool stuff, then I don't mind. It's like, oh, okay, press Q to punch the universe. All right. Okay,
Done.
Where do I sign the hell up for that? That sounds good. You know, I want a game to kind of be a visual feast and have... It only needs a cursory level. It kind of goes back to the whole DRS thing, doesn't it? It's like, it only needs a cursory level of interactivity to be a game. And I have to press Q at the right time to blow up space. All right. That's okay.
Resident Evil 5 was the same way. Like even the end of the game is just pressing X at the right time or pressing square at the right time. It doesn't really feel like a game rather than an interactive cutscene.
I love people whining that Asura's Wrath is a 6-hour game for full price and then going to buy the next Call of Duty. That's all hilarious to me. It really is, but that's just the way of it. A lot of games are short these days. It's as simple as that. And from what I understand about Asura's Wrath, and this, like, pretty much everyone on Giant Bomb said this as well, which is why I kind of respect the game in itself, because they went into that game thinking, oh, QTEs, meh. And they basically, by the end of it, said it's like, it is the craziest game they've played in like a decade. It will probably never happen again, and it is to be experienced. And like everything in that game is so far gone to the land of crazy that you just have to play it.
What were they doing in my hometown? What?
Well,
do you mind these quick time event games, or do you like them?
I'm
like
okay
it
with
when
QTEs.
If it is over the top, if it is crazy, if it's really visually engaging, I don't really mind it too much, just because sometimes it's nice just to be able to just have to press buttons and watch cool stuff play out. But if there's no gameplay element at all,
there is gameplay.
Sucks.
It's not purely QTE. Like, there is some gameplay. There's like some bits that are kind of like Panzer Dragoon, and there's some bits that are like fighting, like just character action stuff. But there is a lot of QTE in it. But you know what? I'm okay.
I think God of War is a good example, because it's like a hack and slasher, but then it does have those giant,
QTEs,
crazy QTE battles.
It more than
QTEs in that.
Yeah, it more than kind of it turns it around in terms of the ratio. Like, it's got more QTEs than it does character action, but there is actual action in it. But it's like, I'm the kind of person that liked Heavy Rain, for instance, which was pretty much QTEs, all of it, in one way or the other. And I was okay with it, because QTEs can actually evoke a real sense of tension if they're done properly. And they can also present some really amazing visual stuff. But there are other times when they aren't in there for a good reason. Like, I think that if a QTE replaces something that could have very well been done in the engine, just like a cutscene, for instance. It's like, why couldn't I feel cheated every time a cutscene does something that I think I could have done myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you like Heavy Rain?
Yeah, I liked Heavy Rain. I thought Heavy Rain was a really good game, and so was.
That was pretty cool too. Yeah. But it feels like a giant QTE, right? Like you're just reacting to the game itself.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the kind of game where you do affect the story in some way, but it's kind of fairly simplistic. I mean, the idea that if you fail, say, let's just take an example, one of the earlier events in that game where you've got to drive down the wrong side of the freeway. You know, that's a QTE, but you can fail it, and it actually has an impact in some respect on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. Like, there isn't so much a failure state in that. You fail that, and it has an impact, but you can continue. As opposed to, if you succeed, well, okay, you succeed, you get out of the car. You don't succeed, you go off the road, you crash into a bridge, you fly off into the water or whatever, and you can possibly die, but then again, you might not. But still, there is a bad consequence to failing that QTE. But, you know, I don't really object to QTEs all that much, as long as they don't replace the gameplay for no good reason. I think if you're representing something which is totally crazy, I would like to give an example of a QTE, if I may, actually. I'm going to try and find this, and I'm going to play it on the stream. And this is also going to require a fair amount of finesse, which is probably not going to work out so well. But there's a game called Ninja Blade. Has anyone played Ninja Blade?
I haven't. Played Ninja Gaiden, but not Ninja Blade.
Is Ninja Blade the one where you had to like actively move the blade? Like
No.
It was like one of those first. No, what was that one called?
No. That wasn't that
It was
like
like
that was an arcade game, right?
No, it was an early Wii game where you had samurai sword and it went. No one remembers that, huh? All right. Well, I'll be back in the corner. Continue.
The new Metal Gear game is supposed to be like that, right? Where you're just controlling a sword and you can slice anything up. Metal Gear Solid Rising.
What the hell? It's basically Fruit Ninja, the Metal Gear experience. What?
Metal Gear Fruit Ninja.
That sounds pretty terrible, actually.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Metal Gear Solid games, but I don't know. I've seen some of the gameplay from the new one, and that's basically what it breaks down to, is that you can slice through things, which is cool for game physics, but that says nothing about the gameplay itself.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of things here from Ninja Blade, and I think it's under boss fatalities. And that game had some interesting ideas about QTEs. Like, the game was nothing but action. There's barely any platforming in that game. It's constant. It throws stuff at you all the time. You never get a chance for a break. And they have some ridiculous quick time events for killing bosses. And I'm hoping that I get the right one here. I'm gonna have a look at it, and I'm just gonna skip through it with the sound off. And if it's the right one, then I will show it to you, because these QTEs I felt really did help the game. They really did, because they were so over the top that it's what I like to describe as the fuck yeah moment. Yeah. And sometimes you get that in games. Yeah, the fuck yeah moment is so important.
Yeah.
Any games with those,
you get it.
automatically good games. If a game can make me say fuck yeah, then it's worth the money.
Yeah, and that's what some of those QTEs did. They really.
Has anyone
really
ever played through Dear Esther and been like, fuck yeah?
I'm fairly sure. I'm gonna go with no on that.
That
one.
video is coming
Typically,
soon.
oh shit.
That video is coming soon. It's gonna be like, fuck yeah! the entire time. It's a challenge accepted.
Oh, I found it. Okay.
I mean, I think that's what most gamers seek for like an end point of a game. You want to be able to end the game. You want to beat the game and say fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to beat it and be like, oh, okay, well then. All right.
I found what I needed to find. So I'm gonna quickly change the screen region capture, and you guys need to watch this on the stream, by the way, as well, all of you, because this is what I'm talking about for a QT. This is a fuck yeah moment. Oh, you got to do work, Jesse. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. Oh, I'm so.
I have to hear you twice. It's awful.
You douchebag. All right. Okay, I'm going to screen region capture this particular YouTube video. And, okay, there we go. So, and then I'm going to expand it. And now I'm going to play it. And this is an example of QTEs done right. So, you guys, just quiet on the set as we check out Ninja Blade Boss Fatality. Did you get the point? I have to wonder.
He's throwing a giant kettlebell? Is that what that is?
I don't have a clue what I just watched.
Yep.
See,
Sadly,
what I want to
for
know
some
is what would happen if you
retarded
didn't
reason,
hit it on time.
He was sprotzing his
you die. You straight up die. Annoyingly enough, it was rather laggy on stream, and I'd love to know why that was. But yeah, it
was super laggy.
Yeah, I can just put this in here. I'm just gonna link it in the chat, and people can check it out there. I don't know why it does that. It's so unbelievably retarded. It should work just fine, but yeah, and that was one of the lesser QTEs in that game. It's like you hit a wrecking ball with your big sword, kind of like it was a baseball bat. You send it swinging, you ride the thing through the air, and then land on a spider. There's another one where he rides a missile, like a surfboard. And he turns the missile around and shoots a helicopter with it.
Come
and then
on.
Awesome.
Yep, and then backflips off it. Yeah, man.
It reminds me of Final Fantasy X when you're all like sliding on your shoes down this giant chain. I don't know.
The
if you played
wire to
Final
go
Fantasy
save
X.
Yuna from her wedding.
Yes.
I like
you
that
don't know
scene.
how,
Yeah.
but it's just great. Like they're just sliding off of a giant airplane. Awesome.
Yeah. So that's basically Asura's Wrath is 6 hours of that. Nothing but that.
I think I would play it. I think you just got me interested.
You have me sold.
I like
Yep.
crazy stuff like that.
I'm going to do a full playthrough, cover to cover, on Sunday, assuming that I get my Ava Media card, which I'm
And
replacing.
this is a new game?
Yeah, 360 and
Asura's
PS3.
Wrath?
Does
Yep.
your Acorn Archimedes play that?
You know what an Acorn Archimedes machine would be really good for? Those things are pretty heavy and durable. I think I could probably beat you to death with one. Why don't we start with that?
You'd be crying.
Stream that.
I'd be like, why are you crying? And you'd be like, I'm damaging the machine. Because you love it more than... Shut up.
Yep. So I'm going to play that, and it'll be great. But I wasn't playing that this week, though. I'm trying to think what I was playing this week. Not a huge amount, sadly. I wanted to play Asura's Wrath, and I couldn't. So, because it's not out here yet. That upsets me. So I played Starfarer, which is currently an alpha, and is also really cool.
What about Kingdoms of Amulet?
I got bored.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I played...
You got bored already?
Yeah, I played KOA for about 6 hours, and I have no desire to go back to it. The whole game feels so empty. The combat system is really cool, but the side quests are incredibly dull. Like, I think that the only way to really play that game is to blitz it and ignore the side quests entirely and focus entirely on the main storyline and faction quests. Because...
Balls!
Have you even played Kingdoms of Amalur?
You cannot play any game ever without playing the entire thing and without making judgments. You judgy Judy.
I'm sorry. I made a career on that, motherfucker.
I'm judging. I'm being a judger.
You are not allowed to be a judgy Judy if you have not done everything there is to do.
Wow, really?
Apparently, so says OMFG
I
Canada.
should not be judging anything.
No, you can't judge anything
shouldn't.
until you've played
You
every
shouldn't.
side quest in the game. So says Jesse.
Yes, so
Yeah.
saith.
Yeah.
So saith the great space butterfly.
Unless you have every ultimate weapon, you've done everything.
No, I don't. No,
Unless
no,
you've
no,
defeated
no.
Emerald's
Yeah,
weapon, you haven't played
Craft,
Final
Don't go back.
Fantasy VII.
Don't go back on this.
Crafting does not count because I'm too lazy for that. But everything else, you cannot be a judgy Judy if you. Yeah.
Can and will. Yeah, you do a full playthrough of KOA. 800 episodes later, you come back to me and tell me whether or not it was worth your time. I'm gonna go with
will.
no.
I will do that.
Basically, the side quests in that game are MMO quests, essentially. Except
Well,
they
it was
actually
meant to
have
be an
even
MMO.
less. Yeah, that was the thing. Like KOA is supposed to be an MMO at some point, but it's not at the minute. You can probably tell I'm a bit congested. I came back from Finland recently, and whenever I go to Nordic countries, I get some kind of new virulent disease. It's so much fun.
That's a good thing to look forward to every time.
Yeah, it's great, because, like, oh, I've got to go to Sweden again? Great. Which variety of the Viking flu will I come back with this time? Thanks, Sweden.
The Viking
The Canadian
flu.
one.
Yeah,
Canadian one
the
is 10
extra
times as
violence.
bloody.
Yeah, the extra
the
violence.
extra
Like mad
violent
cow
one.
disease. You just want to come back and kill
Oh,
everybody.
Oh, yeah, but whatever. KOA, it's got some really great ideas, and the character design is so good. Like, Todd McFarlane did such a great job there, and I can't bring myself to care about anybody in that game at all. And that's a real problem for me. If I don't at least meet one character who is sufficiently amusing or deep enough for me to give a damn about, then I don't really get a great role-playing experience. So, it's kind of sad.
What else is new? The last game that I played, this was last night, it was Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Haven't
And
played it yet.
I
I
wanna
suck
play
at
that so
fighters,
bad.
but it was still lots of fun,
Yeah.
especially on a fight stick.
It doesn't
Not
have
knowing
Dan
what I
in
was
it.
doing.
My favorite character is not in that game. He's a tutorial. He's a goddamn tutorial. They relegated my main to a tutorial. I feel so bad about that. I
My
really
team
do.
was Yoshimitsu, which has a giant green lightsaber, and then Kuma, which is a bear that farts on people. So it was
Yeah.
kind of a
So basically,
deadly
you just play
duo
Tekken.
that I had
effectively.
going there. Yes. Well, yeah, the Tekken characters are, I don't know, they seemed more interesting to me, at least visually. I'm sure they might not be the
Nah,
better
they are.
characters, because I was
They're
getting
pretty
my
much
ass
whacked
kicked the whole
out.
time.
They're
But it was
fairly
fun.
whacked out.
I think isn't Dan supposed to be in DLC later?
Oh, if they make Dan DLC. Oh, apparently they've announced
Yeah.
Dan as DLC. Screw them. I want Dan in my main game. Why are you not giving me a complete Street Fighter game?
Oh, for
Why are
a
you not
brief
doing
moment.
it? Why are you not giving me a
You
complete
seemed
Street
like
Fighter
so
game,
bad.
Happy
Capcom?
for
I hate
just
you,
a second.
Capcom, so much. Sorry.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna
New
do it.
video, why I think Capcom has gone too far.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Better
was about
cross
to
Tekken.
say.
750,000 more views later. Oh, yeah. That's how I'm gonna make it big in YouTube, man. Every company is just gonna be why I think this company has gone too far.
Why I think this company has gone too far.
New
Exactly.
series. They went too far.
They
It's
went
the new
too
WTF
far.
is.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I just nitpick anything, and I get 750,000 views. It's great. That's how I roll.
think
For being a
People
judgy Judy.
in general have
Exactly.
seemed like they're really excited about the Tekken characters because so many people have been playing the Street Fighter games. So it's like, ooh, characters that we haven't been seeing like balls amounts of.
Yeah, it is kind of nice to see that they're putting some new stuff in, because if I'm totally honest, I think the last few characters that they've put into Street Fighter have kind of lacked a little bit of creativity. Let's be honest.
Okay.
Evil Ryu. Okay. Alright. Really?
Evil Ryu's been a staple.
I
Come
don't
on.
care if he's been a staple. It's like
Hey. Hey, he's a staple.
Yeah, he's about as exciting as a staple. That's the real problem.
Hey-oh!
Oh, Snizap!
Yeah.
Okay, fighting games are really cool to watch when you're watching people who are really good at them, but if you are just trying to just get into it as kind of a novice player, I feel like you just get your ass handed to you.
Oh, you will
Button
love
mashes,
Ultimate
Button mash.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on the Vita. You can screen mash that game. There's actually a simple control mode where you just sort of wave your fingers around the enemy character and air combos happen. I kid you not.
yeah. Really?
Yeah.
And you
Yes.
can actually put them together and,
Yep.
and do decently well?
Exactly.
That's even
So it's
more
got a
easy
noob
than
mode.
the 3DS Street
Yeah,
Fighter game.
it does. Yeah, the 3DS Street Fighter game has a very similar thing to it. In fact, the Dead or Alive Dimensions as well has a full move list on the touchscreen. You just press it and a move happens. And I did have a discussion about this on Mailbox, and I'm okay with it because I'm okay at fighting games, and I can pull off the moves and I can link combos together, and that's okay. If someone is fighting me and doing that, then I am totally all right with it. That's cool. That's totally fine.
Getting back to Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and I know you have really strong opinions about the video game DLC, so I think this will be interesting. You said that Dan was coming as a DLC character, which is usually a character that just comes straight with the game. I played a lot of Mortal Kombat, and they released 4 DLC characters over the course of 4 months.
Yep.
They were all 400 Microsoft points each, which is $5 each, which is not too bad. But I'd imagine like the Street Fighter games, you're gonna have way more than 4 DLC characters.
I don't know.
Do you think that
There'll
they'll
probably
over
be packs of characters.
Street Fighter
Packs
hasn't
of
done.
characters?
They didn't do it the same way as MK9 did. Like they released Super Street Fighter 4 with 8 new characters as a full game. They didn't release those characters as separate DLC.
Hello?
I'm fairly sure. Yep. Oh, you're still there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good.
Yep. Great.
Just
Yep.
a bit of a bump.
We got you.
Yep. It's all
Jesse,
good.
are you still there?
What? Huh?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
here.
we're
good.
What? Oh,
We're good.
what?
Continue.
Oh, what?
Yeah, but I think apparently you could get. I can't confirm this. Maybe someone in the chat can. You could get Arcade Edition as DLC, but you couldn't get Super as DLC because they claimed it was too much for DLC. So they released it as a $40 game again. Ultimate Marvel, that wasn't DLC either, was it? That was 12 new characters and a new game.
Yeah.
So I don't really expect them to.
Oh.
If they start releasing characters like that, I don't know if people will welcome it because they're used to Capcom releasing 4 new characters as a brand new game, or whether or not they will not like it. Apparently, according to someone in the chat, Street Fighter X Tekken will release them for apparently £5, and you get 2 characters a pack. Apparently, Cody and Guy will be in the first pack.
Nice. Oh my god,
That's-
speaking of
that's
Street
done.
Fighter Cross Tekken characters, if you get it for PS3, apparently you can play as Pac-Man and Mega Man.
Yeah,
So-
they have
Fighting
different
game.
characters for different
So
consoles.
Oh,
Pac-Man with
that
legs
again.
and arms
Oh.
with fighting moves and combos and stuff. That
Sold.
sounds awesome.
Sold.
Well, I wonder what we
That's
get on
amazing.
PC.
It's far
Can-
superior.
Can we get
Kidding.
the guy from I Want to Be the Guy on PC? That would be nice.
Yes,
Because there is a PC
yes.
version. Can we get Meat Boy? Or the guy from...
Yes.
Can we get a creeper? A creeper
Yes.
from Minecraft.
He has one
Really?
ability.
You want
my
to play
God.
a creeper in this
He has
game?
one ability.
Yep, one
Your
ability.
super special is just to explode.
Yep. Exactly. This is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently you could get... I don't know, Ultimate Marvel wasn't terrible because the price was not exactly very high for Ultimate Marvel. You got 12 new characters and you paid probably less than you would have for DLC for that. And of course, if you
That's-
didn't already own the game, you got the game cheap. So it's not that bad, really.
So where you draw the line as far as DLC that's really milking the consumer versus DLC that's actually acceptable is that as long as the game is released in its entirety off the bat, they can add as much extra stuff as they want for DLC. But what if the characters that they release for DLC end up being like top tier characters that people really want to play?
Well, that sucks, as you might imagine.
Yeah.
It's like if it imbalances the multiplayer and it's pay to win, then there's a problem with that. But like I don't hold a company to account past launch beyond simply fixing their game. It's like as long as your game works, it's the same thing with Terraria. Apparently the development for Terraria is ceasing, right? And some people got really mad about this. And personally, I'm like, are you kidding me? They gave us enough free content to more than double what was in the game. And the game cost $10 on launch. And they've never charged for anything else. So are we really getting mad over this?
Yeah, I mean, when the entire game is $10, I think it's a bit different. But when they launch a $60 game with packs of $15 DLC that they release every month, I think, I don't know, when the DLC adds up to be more than the game itself, I feel like that's where I would draw the line. Especially
yeah, that's
when
crazy to pay $14.99 a month for a long time every month.
This is where we differ because we've done it for years, so we're kind of okay with it now. The $15 we paid a month for WoW, for instance, sometimes you didn't even get content. In fact, like for 6 months, you didn't get any new content at all. And like, wow, we paid, let's see, this much for nothing. We paid $90 for nothing at all. Just the privilege of being able to play your precious game. Wow. We don't.
I played WoW for 2 years from launch through Burning Crusade. And then I quit around the time of the second expansion. And I never really felt that my $15 a month was really going to content rather than just, I don't know, keeping the Blizzard servers alive or whatever they use the money for, making giant piles of money to take baths. And I don't know.
That is mostly what they did with it. And then they fired 600 employees. So, there you go. Obviously, they're not doing that well anymore.
Wiping their armpits with dollar bills.
Yeah, shame. Maybe those 600 people would have still had jobs if they hadn't done that. Or maybe they just needed to sell more virtual horses. Obviously, they didn't sell enough virtual horses. That means
not enough virtual horses.
Little Timmy doesn't get Christmas this year from the 600
Can you
employees.
imagine that conversation? Like, Daddy, why can't we have Christmas this year? There weren't enough virtual horses sold, son. Will I get that liver I need, Daddy? No, son, I'm sorry. We didn't sell enough big gold dragons. Am I gonna die? Probably, son. Probably.
Yep.
It's so beautiful.
So
It's just wiping a tear away.
Oh man.
So new games. Any other new games? Anything amazing? That's about it for me.
I
Metal.
played Vessel. That was pretty cool. It's a platform puzzle game where apparently all of the really bad jobs in the world have been replaced by automatons made of water called fluoros. So like they pretty much flip your burgers now and work in factories, but the fluoros have gone astray, and it's a
what?
puzzle.
Whoa! What? Hold on. Rewind the plot to the point where you said the game is called Vessel, and it's a puzzle-solving game where little things called churros.
Fluoros.
Flip burgers, and then they've got astray.
Churros.
What?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a
No,
puzzle.
you can't say.
I think it made
pretty much
perfect
to
sense,
that.
Jesse.
Yeah.
No, that made no sense.
Does it make more sense if it's in a steampunk environment?
No, because that makes even less sense.
It's
Even less sense.
you're the guy who invented these things, and you've got to solve puzzles and get through the environment, and you manipulate water a lot as your kind of main puzzle-solving mechanic.
Oh.
Are you on a boat?
No.
Then what? Then what is the
one sing it.
vessel
No
of
one
which
do
you are?
There are various vessels within the game that you have to fill with water for whatever reason. Like, if you fill a certain machine and then wind the machine, it makes a fluoro, and the fluoro kind of dances around and pushes buttons and stuff.
Why isn't it called jug?
Why are they called fluoros? What is a fluoro?
And not churros, because those are the better.
Fluid, fluoro. That makes sense, right? It's not called
Okay,
really?
jug because it would sound like a porn magazine.
This is true.
It would sell more copies. Let's be
Called
honest.
jug.
Yep.
No jugs. It has to be plural.
Jugs, plural. And if it was a YouTube video, there'd be 2 boobs on it. And no
You
matter
could
Yeah,
sell
that
one
would be
called
the thumbnail,
Vessel.
but there
Yeah,
wouldn't actually be boobs in the video.
yeah, it'd be a guy doing a vlog.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, dun, dun,
Yeah, so that thing covers it,
Cool.
really. Playing the Starfarer Alpha a lot. And that name is quite inappropriate because it is anything but fair. That game dicks you over. Man, it dicks you over so badly. Because it's not complete yet. It's still in alpha stages, but they basically set you loose on the galaxy in the worst ship imaginable and generally just leave you to die. And most of the time, that's what happens. I must have restarted that game 30 times over the past week and got nowhere with it. But it's still fun.
Is it a space shooter?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like
Starfarer?
Yeah, it's like a free-roaming space game. At least that's what they're aiming to make with it. At the moment, it's in alpha, so it's
Yeah.
not complete. But
I
you
think
wander the
our
galaxy.
Canadian was playing it.
Yeah. You wander the galaxy and you fight stuff. And sometimes you can capture that stuff and make a bigger fleet. But most of the time, you just die. And then that's it. That's pretty much it.
I'll have to play that.
I think quite a few people here already have Mass Effect 3, which is interesting.
Screw that game. Don't even get me started.
I would love to get you started.
No,
So
you already
you're not
know,
planning on
man.
picking it up at all.
No,
This-
I do know.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I thoroughly
But it
disagree
is only
with the
3
way they
days
do it.
away, so I think we should talk about it.
Quick, somebody think of something else. Quick.
Yeah. Okay, well,
I don't- whoa,
I've already
whoa,
covered this
who-
topic, so why don't you just talk about the game and not talk about that? Because I've already
Everyone
covered
apparently
this.
has it but me. What the hell? Why am I always out of the loop on these things?
The demo.
Damn it.
Download the demo.
No. All right, so you should have specified. Muzz is all like, well,
No,
everyone here
no.
already has
People,
the game.
okay, by here I meant Los Angeles, and by having the game, I do mean having the game. There's a lot of local stores here that sell it
Sons
early.
of bitches.
Just like Street Fighter Cross Tekken is not supposed to come out till
Why
Tuesday,
don't
but
you
few
live here
people
yet?
have it here.
Is the big question.
I'm working
want
on
to
it.
live
I'm
here.
working on it.
I know.
Dodger, I'm leaving. I am Monday. I am driving across the country so I can spend more time with Husky. I mean Dodger. And no, wait, Husky.
It's
and,
fine. It's
and-
fine.
And don't shut up. I don't understand. So all right. So it's already released. So they did one of those things where it's like when what was it? When whatever came out before Cataclysm, the Wrath of the Lich King. Was that what that called? Yeah, Wrath of the
Yes.
Lich King. When that came out, I got a copy 3 days before it was released at a 7-Eleven.
A
Yeah,
7-Eleven
that's
that
what's
sells
up.
video games?
Apparently back in
Video games and
1994,
Slurpees
whenever that
and
game
gas,
came out,
alright.
Back in
it
them
did.
days.
Yeah. It was in Canada, though. It was an extra bloody version of it. It was pretty awesome.
The best version. Always the
Best
Canadian
version.
version. Yep.
Yep.
True facts.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we were talking. We don't have to talk about Mass Effect 3. What's next on the list? It seems like
That
we
pretty
don't
much
really have
covers it.
anything to
Is
say.
there?
Well, hold
Is
on,
there
hold
a
on,
next thing on
hold
the
on.
list?
Your rage, though, your rage on Mass Effect 3 is based off of the Have you?
Do I really have to
experienced
explain
the game?
myself again?
We want
Oh,
this
it's
to
this
happen.
again.
Hold on.
All right,
First
I'm-
off,
Sorry,
whoa.
I'm sorry.
Whoa, no.
Jesse,
I
I don't
agree with
want to
you. I
hear
agree with you.
your opinion on Skyrim because you haven't beaten all the side quests yet. That was your logic you told me earlier, so you're not allowed to talk about any game, including Mass Effect 3, which
So-
you haven't played. I
Have
might
you
add.
listened to this podcast? Clearly, I haven't. So I'm pretty good. But what I'm saying is that I agree with all your points about the branding and the out of the game. I agree with that completely. But I want to know what you think of the actual game itself.
How would I know? It's not out yet.
So you're not going to play it then, is what you're saying?
No, of
You-
course
you
I'm not
aren't
playing it. That's what a boycott's called, you idiot. It's
But
not
then-
a boycott if I
what
play
if
it,
it's
is
good?
it?
What if it's good?
It doesn't
And
matter
then
if it's good or not. I'm not boycotting it because the game's bad. That wouldn't be a boycott, would it? That would be me not buying the game because it's bad. That would be me exercising common sense.
What if it's the singular greatest gaming experience known to man, and you're the only person in the world? What if it unifies the world, like at the end of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure when their rock music unifies the world? What if this game is the Bill and Ted? What if this game is the Bill and Ted of video games, and everyone in a few years has like their shirts on with the like right, and they all do the shut up. That's it's dialogue from the game. It's dialogue. So anyway, so like, what if it unifies the world, and you're the one person who didn't play it, and so you're left out of everything forever? Don't ask where this is going. I don't know. Just answer my question.
Lots of what ifs.
In this very unlikely event, you know what? I'm just going to play Asura's Wrath because then I can headbutt a planet, and I'm pretty sure Shepard can't do that. So I'm okay with that. I'll just go with that.
How do you know? You haven't played the game. You don't know how it ends. Shepard could headbutt a planet,
But TB,
and that's
you can
what
have
unifies
sex
the
with
world.
aliens.
You don't even know. You haven't played it because you're too busy playing Asura's Wrath because you think that that's better, but you haven't played it. Because you boycotted it like a fool. Well, everyone else is in Mass Effect Heaven, which is where we will all go, right? Praise the Shepard, right? And then you'll be alone. You'll be alone.
Let me guess. It's your favorite Mass Effect on the Citadel. Is that a possibility? Yes.
No comment. Continue.
No comment.
Yeah. Well,
you can't rage and then no comment.
Yeah, exactly. It's not much of a boycott if your principles evaporate just because there's a nice trailer and people say, oh, but the game will be great. I know. That's why it's more effective to boycott the damn thing. If it sucked, it wouldn't be too hard to do, would it? It's like, oh, I'm boycotting Bad Rats. I have Bad Rats on my Steam that someone sent me. I haven't installed it at any point. I am boycotting Bad Rats. No, I'm not. I'm just not playing it because it's awful. Boycotting a good game? Yeah, it is. We actually used to buy copies of this thing at Christmas sales and send them to people we didn't like because at that point you couldn't get rid of games. So you are permanently stained with a copy of Bad Rats.
What is that game? What?
Why do I need that game now? Like, the fact that you hate it so much means that it will be awesome.
So that's the logic, is that because he doesn't like Mass Effect 3, is that all games that he doesn't like are
That's why I enjoyed
great.
Dear Esther. I immediately was like...
You never played Dear Esther, you lying bastard. You haven't even touched it.
I want to put out for the record that in the last few minutes, I've received more messages along the lines of, leave TB alone! I've received my entire life. Like, I'm getting spammed with them.
That's awesome.
I'm playing around. I don't even know what I'm talking. I'm just talking on my ass. It's my thing. What I do.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, if people wish to accept the cock from EA one more time, then it's really up to them.
What?
It is true.
It's one way to put it.
How
right
much
there.
more bullshit will we put up with from EA? How much more? It's like, yes, EA have good games on their roster because they have a lot of money to buy the fucking developers. Of course they have good games on their roster. There's no question about that, but how much more bullshit will we put up with? And how much more will we tolerate until someone just says, you know what, it's too fucking much. It's too much stupidity. We can't take any more monetization.
The EA dick in your ass is just
exactly.
I can't take
it's
any
too
more
deep.
It's critical mass.
Exactly. It is too deep. I cannot take
it seems like Desi
anymore.
Desi is willing to take it as long as it's, you know, lubed up with some cool DLC.
Exactly.
Some cool new skins.
Exactly. That. No one is claiming.
Make it seem like I'm the only one who's going to take it.
Oh no, plenty of people are going to take it.
People will line up.
Really,
people will line up around the block.
It's
you mean
really as simple as
not
that.
Really line up.
You know, it's really as and it's dumb because, you know, people whine and complain. It's like, oh, we know why you butthurt over this and so on and so forth. But it really, the guys who are getting butthurt over it are the people. It's like, we will accept whatever BioWare gives us. It doesn't matter if the game's bad. It doesn't matter if our business model is corrupt. It doesn't matter if it's uber exploitative. We will accept that, and we will, as a result, contribute to the further monetization of the market, which is anti-consumer and pro-corporation. So please explain to me why someone shouldn't just say, no, enough is enough. Because if you continue to just buy, because your small little mind just can't comprehend the idea of not getting this particular brand of entertainment, then quite frankly, you're pathetic. It's really as simple as that.
True. And I think it's not really along the lines of Jesse trying to argue with you with a valid point, rather than just trying to give you an aneurysm and...
Oh, yeah. I know how he gets. I really know how he gets in that respect, so that's not a concern for me at all. But at the end of the day, it's like, do what you believe as a responsible consumer and don't be pulled one way or the other. Like, if people mindlessly follow what I'm saying, they're just as dumb as the people that will mindlessly buy the game because it's a Mass Effect game. Like, for God's sake, make a responsible decision for once. Be a consumer with a mind that actually knows what they're doing and what they're buying into. Because it pisses me off that people don't do that. It turns you into a mindless cow to be milked. And quite frankly, I find it disgraceful.
It is. And I'm glad you're actually raising awareness on these new issues. And I'm sure there's going to be more and more new issues as DLC becomes more and more rampant, especially at the volume that it's at. There's literally no new video games coming out that don't have viable DLC.
Except Twisted Metal. There's no DLC for that game. Yep.
None?
None. They said game's complete on launch. We don't need any DLC. That's it.
That's pretty cool.
It is
but
cool,
their game does not work very well.
Yeah, that's kind of
from what I read in the chat, they're actually
that.
patching the online connectivity in there to try to fix the lobbies and make the servers a little better. Which would have been nice if they would have done that from launch, but if they're going to do it, then it actually might be playable.
I am almost 1,000% positive that what I'm about to say, very few people will know the reference. But this reminds me, like, I almost envision someone pulling TV aside, like that scene in I think the Network was the movie, where he gives him a speech, like one of the main characters basically goes against corporations and stuff, and this guy pulls him aside and gives him a speech. And I swear to God, the line's like, "You're meddling with primal, like primary forces of nature." He's like, "I won't have it." Right? It's this whole idea that TV is essentially going against, like, BioWare has greased the wheels on everything, my friend. You cannot defeat this beast. It's impossible.
Have you seen how many views that video's got? I don't need to defeat Jack. As a business model, pissing off BioWare is a fantastic idea, and more people should get on board with it.
But the thing is that in the end, it achieves nothing. Nothing. You'd be better off just buying the game and then not buying any of the stuff that came with it to show them that you'll buy their junk, but not their other stuff, and they'll be more likely to get rid of it.
No, that's rubbish. That's absolute rubbish. It says that you will buy a game that is not content complete, and that makes you an idiot. It's as simple as that.
No, it says that I'll buy the game, and if they don't give me stuff in it, I'll just be like, all right, fine, I'll play with what I got.
All right, so they don't. So you do something that means they definitely don't care. Then it's like, well, I really object to your business model here, so I'm just gonna buy the game. Oh, wow, you punished them good, Jesse. My God, your activism skills are really top tier. You're on the level with the guys that were protesting Scientology and waving little flags around with long cat on it, and they thought they were the biggest political movers and shakers in the sodding world. That's who you are right now.
All right, first off, whoa, stop, calm down a sec, you psychopath. And everyone in the chat, chill the fuck out. Holy shit. People are like, Jesse's such a moron. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Yes, I do.
I love the guys getting offended that I called them an idiot, as if I would give a shit. I mean, thanks for calling me an idiot. I don't care. Oh no, you offended on the internet. The world has ended. Truly, this is a Mayan sodding prophecy.
Anyway, it is 2012. It could happen. So, what I'm saying is
this is the moment. Everyone. Okay, go.
Thanks, Dodge. So what I'm saying is that by not buying anything and by doing a protest. It's good for the TotalBiscuit bottom line, but it doesn't
Very
affect.
good.
It doesn't affect Bioware at all. And anyone who
Of course it affects Bioware. It doesn't affect
No,
them.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
False.
it does. Oh, for God's sake.
Falsification.
The video's been seen by almost
Falsification.
1 million people. Of course it affects Bioware. It doesn't matter
I
how
guarantee
much
they
it
don't
affects
care.
it. Of course
They don't care.
Well, I know for a fact that half of Bioware's seen the video, so I'm pretty sure they do care. But whatever the case,
They don't care.
yes, they do. Not that they can change anything because it wasn't Bioware that made the decision in the first place. It was
There you
EA.
go. So
That's what I was gonna say.
Doesn't
do you
matter.
find the fault on BioWare, or do you find the fault on EA itself?
It's most likely EA. Do you really think that BioWare would actually cut pieces of their game out deliberately on purpose without EA actually being involved in it? Very
Yeah.
unlikely. Bear in mind that this is the same company that gave us The Stone Prisoner for free with any new copy. And also with, let's see, what else did they do? With the PC version of Mass Effect, they gave Bring Down the Sky for free as well. And with Mass Effect 2, they gave Zaid for free. And then they suddenly changed their mind in Mass Effect 3. Why is that? Because it's the third in a trilogy, it's more easily exploited. Because people want to see how it ends.
But that happens to everything that is a trilogy or any type of storyline. Like
Modern Warfare 3.
No,
I don't know how much you guys have been playing, but their DLC package is ridiculous as well, with the elite content drops and
right. I mean,
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's a business model that is shitty. Agreed. But just because I play the game, but I'm not going to buy anything else that comes with it because there's no point. But I never do. That's just a personal. Like I've never bought any. Like I have to have the special enhanced edition of this, or I have to get like the I in all the years I played WoW, I never once was like I have to have the special. Like that's just who I am. I don't need it, and I understand that's it's not going to affect it. But to say that it will have no effect. It will have zero effect.
So we should never not buy a game then based on our principles because you have to have enough influence to make them lose millions of dollars. Is that what you're saying? Because that is the worst example you could possibly give to like younger people when it comes to saying be a responsible consumer. It's like, don't buy this. It doesn't matter if you buy it or not because the company's not going to care. How about having your own set of personal principles? I couldn't give a damn if no one else in the world boycotts this game because I will feel fine for standing by my principles on this matter. And my principles are all that goddamn matters. You think I care about anyone else's principles? Screw that. It's like, it's your personal principles. That's why they're called personal. You do that because you at least then have a set of standards by which you adhere. And if you don't adhere to your own sodding standards, then how the hell do you expect anyone else to respect you?
Unfortunately, most of the people who are adhering to standards are not adhering to their own. They're adhering to yours. And your standards are what's setting the level for them because they are like, oh my god, TB said this.
And I've already told them
genius.
they're
I
idiots
agree.
for saying this. If they blindly follow
true.
it, then they're morons. But if they look at the 25 minutes of evidence presented and they say, you know what, the points you have made, supported by evidence and rationale, are actually okay, and then they make the decision, then that's okay. Surely that is okay. You make an informed purchase decision as a rational, responsible consumer, and that makes you good for the system. Correct or not correct?
Correct.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. At this point, I'm watching people. Yeah. All right. Never mind. We'll end conversation.
I think it's important though that you're putting these ideas out there because nobody else really has.
I just want
on the
people to
level that you
think
have.
about what they buy.
And it's not just Mass Effect. It's all the games that are going to come out in the future with models like this. And it's Modern Warfare 3, and it's the next Call of Duty game, or whatever it is. I think there just needs to be a line for people to say, okay, this is ridiculous. I'm not even getting the game that I want to play. I'm going to jump through all these hoops and buy the Mass Effect 3 keyboard and the Mass Effect 3
But how do
whatever.
you know?
Just-
How do you know any of this? You haven't played the fucking game, you cock gobblers! Oh my god! You can't say I haven't gotten the game yet. Oh well, I haven't played the game. I don't know what I'm gonna not get all the game. You haven't even played it. You haven't even played the game.
But
you don't know what you're missing out on.
But you know factually that you're not going to get all the game. Does it really matter if it's a tiny part of the game? What?
So you don't get the gun that looks like a penis that shoots giant spawn at people. So what the fuck? So you don't
I'm
get
really
your
gonna miss
armor.
that
You
gun.
don't get a character.
That was a good gun,
Who
man.
gives a shit? Maybe
I give a shit
I only
because-
like stories.
all
And
right,
I only care
when
because I
it-
want to complete the story arc. But to me personally, everyone needs to make their own fucking decision. I agree with you on that point, 100%. I agree. But my personal decision is I will buy the game to complete the story. I'm not gonna buy anything else. My hope, which I may be completely wrong, I may be naive and I may be stupid for this, but my hope is that by not buying anything else, they'll see that, it's not that big of a market. But I know people will. You and I both know it's gonna happen. People are going to fork over tons and tons of money because you and I both did for WoW shit when we were like, we're going to pay $14.99 a month for a game we're not going to,
By the way, I just want to point out I never ever bought an extra for WoW at any point. Ever.
I'm not talking about extras. I'm talking about the fact that we just gave them a credit card and said, here, take money.
We didn't
from
have a choice. It's not like you can play it without doing that.
Understand, but it's the same principle of, in order to get the entire gaming experience, you had to keep giving them money, right? And so it happens. It happens to the best of us. But I'm saying that for me, in this case, because we all have to make our own decisions, like you said, for me, I want to see how the story ends. I will play it. I don't need to see all of it to get the ending. Now, if they said you had to download the ending for another $14.99...
Welcome to Final Fantasy 13 2.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
My God, is that terrible. Oh my God.
I agree with you on that, but I'm saying that by boycott, you can do that. You can boycott all you want, but I'm saying grand scheme things, the world is a lot bigger than the insular community of YouTube. I love what you're doing. I think it's great, but if you think logically and long term, there's no way that it's going to have any effect because money is king, and that's what's going to change it. And you can say, don't buy this, don't buy that, but there's so many more people out there who will, compared to who is on YouTube watching videos. I mean, that's what I think is that's why a lot of people on YouTube, when they send you and I and Dodger and everyone, they send Muzza especially, right? They send us messages that are like, hey, what does it take to be, you guys are so famous, you're so bullshit. This is not fame. Whatever this is idiots talking on a sorry, Dodge and Muzza, but idiots talking on
I like you didn't apologize to me, douchebag.
No, never gonna happen, buddy. But I mean, seriously, and people are like, how do I get famous? This isn't fame. This is YouTube. YouTube is an insular community where people perceive something as totally different than it is in reality. Fame is when you can go to your mother and say, like, did you see that kid who got his thumb bit? Like, oh, Charlie, oh, yeah. Like, right? Like, that thing, that's fame.
Oh.
He's like, Charlie bit my finger, right? Like, that kid, that's fame, and everyone knows him. The community of YouTube, you can say, I got, so many hundreds of thousands of views, and we're going to do this big thing, but, take it to that next level, right? If you're going for it, go for it. And so I mean, again, I think I agree with you, and I'm not sure how people thought I wasn't agreeing with you. I agree with you.
I think it was mostly the cock gobbler's remark that probably put you in that frame of mind. I can't imagine where you get that attitude from.
But the idea is that I don't think it will effectively change the situation, and because of the fact that no matter what, the world that we live in is a little bit cut off from the other world that is everyone else who is undiscovered of the great TotalBiscuit. Let's be honest.
Which is a possibility, but at the end of the day, if you don't stand by what you believe in, regardless of what other people think, then who the fuck are you? I'm sorry, but this is very true. It doesn't matter if no one else believes this. The fact of the matter is you believe it, and then you make this decision one way or the other. And if you think it's okay to purchase, then great. But I would want people to actually have an established reason for believing it, and not some bullshit like, I'm just gonna buy it anyway. And I especially don't like because this isn't going to change anything, I get a free pass and buy it. I especially don't like I get a free pass in pirating it, because that in itself is BS. It doesn't take any strength to pirate a game. It does not. It just demonstrates a very weak character, I feel, if that's your method of protest, is to get the game for free. Wow, you've sure endured some hardships to get to where you are. What a protest that is. God.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Look
Something
at all
like
that just happened.
Yeah. Yep. It's like, ooh,
I feel like you guys are both coming from the same area. It's just what Jesse's trying to say, that you'll never put a huge
but it doesn't
dent
matter.
in it.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you make no dent at all. No dent at all.
It's still worth it to put the idea out there and to at least show what you're trying to say.
Well, it's worth it to raise awareness. Like, if anyone claims that this didn't raise awareness, then they're blind, because it's been on every major gaming site on the planet. So it did raise awareness. And if it then makes people think a little bit more carefully about where the industry's going, even if they come to the conclusion that they're all right with it, then great. No problem. And once again, I do not ever agree with the idea of you should not protest something because you don't think it will make a difference. Because if we had that attitude, we'd be in a really shitty world right now. And video games aren't that important. But you should still stand by what you believe in regardless. That's attitude for life. You should never just sit back and accept what appears to be inevitable. It's bullshit. It's weakness. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. You know, we're probably overdue for a break because we've been talking about stuff for the last hour and a half. Is there anyone in the audience I haven't pissed off yet? Because don't worry, I've got plenty more up my sleeve. I can think of something. Oh, dear. But I think what we'll do after this break is we will talk about the topics that were brought along by the guests. And we'll have a short break when we come back, and we will discuss something that hopefully is not DLC related. You are currently listening to the Game Station podcast. I think that's what we're still doing here. And we'll be back in just a few short minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Game Station podcast. Jesse, you still there? Oh, you're crying in the corner somewhere.
Oh.
Woe is me. Oh no, we have a disagreement of opinion, so evidently we want to kill each other. Well, I think what could be demonstrated by that is that, generally speaking, grown-ups don't all think the same thing, and if they did, it would be kind of boring, and it wouldn't be much of a podcast if we did. So there you go.
Oh, grudges are being held right now. I don't know. Who knows what I will do?
You are planning, plotting, scheming.
I'm so mad right now. Yeah, seriously, for people who are like, oh my god, they yelled it was a debate about a game in a podcast about games.
Funny how that is.
So I would relax if I were you. There are people who are like,
worry.
oh my god, I think Jesse's really mad. No, I just get animated, and so does TV. That's kind of our thing.
Yeah, it's just how we do, yo. That's how we roll.
What did you say, Jesse? Cock gobblers?
Cock gobblers was the word of the day.
Jesse Cock Gobbler, I believe.
I had another one.
Yeah.
I had another good one. I can't remember what it was, and now I'm a little mad. Go rewind it. It's in there somewhere.
Someone find it. Pan, zoom.
Yeah, I don't think everyone really understands the idea of disagreeing with someone and not wanting to kill them, which is something that I think people could definitely do with understanding more of. It would be nice, because then YouTube comments might be readable.
But I do want to say, though, a lot of people are saying, like, Jesse's going to get his revenge on TB and Terraria. Let's just say this is kind of like those scenes in the movies where TB wakes up, he's like, are you going to kill me? And I'm like, I already have. Right? Just watch the next few episodes. My revenge has been
It's maddening is what it is. Absolutely maddening. But there you go. All right, well, we'll talk about topics, because this show has dragged on quite a long time, and it's already almost 2 a.m. in the UK, and it's not doing me so well, because we did start very, very late indeed. So why don't we talk about topics that have been brought in by the audience? More to the point, the hosts, we don't care about them. So,
Wow.
That's true. Muzza, why don't you start us off?
You should start with Dodger, because I'm still trying to
Are you still
collect
thinking
myself
of
on
one?
a topic.
Oh, I see.
I definitely don't have a topic quite yet.
All right.
But
This
there's
is
a lot
good.
of
We might
news.
get out of here.
Yeah. We get to leave
Never
on
think
time
of
for
one.
once. It's never going to happen. Dodger, hit us.
Well, mine is maybe not as much of a discussion topic as it is just curious if anybody has any idea of an answer. I've always wondered why digital download games and like DLC, why it comes out different days in different countries. Is there an actual reason for that, or is it just I don't even know. I can never think of an actual reason for that.
Racism.
Yes, racism
That must
is
be
the
it.
reason.
Racism.
Because they prefer that country over the other country.
Honestly,
It's just so bizarre. Does it have to do with like certain areas that like
It's got to be
reception
distribution,
areas?
right? It's got to
Yeah.
be where
it
the
has
game
to
is
be.
printed.
Yeah.
It's just so silly. It's
Now,
a digital. It's
so
digital.
I know the answer to this, and it's got nothing to do with anything you've just explained. Just
Oh, great.
FYI. All right, so the
Real cool.
UK
Hit me with
has,
it.
the UK's got the biggest problem with this, and distribution is a factor, as is localization. And this is probably the most important thing, because if you're localizing for Europe, you're generally localizing in multiple languages, which usually means you need a different version. More often than not, those versions have multiple languages on the disc, whereas an American version probably isn't going to have anything other than English. So,
Right.
tell me this. Do a lot of American games have a Spanish version on the disc, or not?
You know, honestly, I don't speak Spanish, so I never look.
See.
But now I'm curious. I don't know.
Yeah, it's localization is a big thing, but the usual gap between launches, there are some differences. Like, for instance, for some stupid reason, Asura's Wrath is like 2 weeks late, as is, what the hell is it called? Yeah, I can't remember it. But whatever the case, it's Twisted Metal. Yes, Twisted Metal is a couple of weeks late as well, and a lot of that's due to localization. But then there's this gap between Tuesdays and Fridays. You guys get games on a Tuesday, we get games on a Friday.
Yeah,
And
that's so weird.
yeah, the main reason is because the stores over here said so. Yep. I'm getting an echo back from one of you guys. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Someone might have their headphones too loud or whatever, but whatever. So the thing is that the stores over here decided Friday was a good release time. And that's the time that they do everything. And to be fair, their rationale is pretty solid, because Friday is usually payday. Yeah? So you release new stuff on a Friday, people go spend the money. Yeah?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's okay. But do you know why games come out on a Tuesday in the US?
I was about to ask the exact same thing.
Yeah, because I actually don't. Like, this is not something I've been able to figure out yet. So, does anyone know?
No clue.
I think.
It's like I don't understand why movies come into cinemas on Thursdays.
I think it's something to do with the records numbers. Like they wanted to release it so that they have the prime amount of sales numbers within the first week or whatever. I think it has something to do with
Sales figures
to
are
be
published
able
on
to-
a Monday. Yeah, apparently. So, releasing
isn't
on
that it?
that might have something to do with it. Yeah, there's. I look at Yahoo Answers for this, expecting an answer. It's like,
Oh
there's-
God, why?
no.
Why?
The best answer for this apparently is, those are slow sales days. So by putting out the new releases on those days, they could boost their sales numbers. Which I don't know. Is it? It is kind of weird, isn't it?
But it's not all games come out on a Tuesday, do they? It's not every
Pretty much.
single game of all time. I know
Most
it's
games do.
majority.
Most games do.
But have there been any major releases that haven't been on a Tuesday?
It's fairly rare. Like, can you think of one off the top of your head?
I
Haven't they
can't.
been doing
I think
some Saturday releases lately? Or am I just insane?
maybe
I mean,
through
it's possible.
Steam.
It's possible. Just I'll again back to the corner.
The chat was saying, just like going back a little bit, the chat was saying that American games don't typically have a Spanish version,
Right. Okay.
which is dumb. We should.
Yeah, whereas European games, more often than not, do have a French and a German version attached to them. Sometimes they will localize for UK only, and as such, that version will not have those options, but more often than not, you will actually find that to be the case, that is what delays a lot of things because of that. And the UK guys have been mad about this for the longest time, because we really don't need the German version, but sometimes we get it anyway. There's also other issues, like releases in Germany, for instance, sometimes have to be censored, so there's delays in that respect. But Friday is the main release day, and this is actually something Rock Paper Shotgun highlighted for the longest time. And sorry, my voice is actually starting to go. I've been casting for about 6 hours today, so it's kind of worn things down. But the guys in Rock Paper Shotgun pointed this out, that like they're in a campaign they call No Oceans, where they point out there's no oceans on the internet, so shipping is not a factor. Distribution, not a factor, because, well, digital, I can access a game on the internet, no problem whatsoever. And it doesn't matter, really, when it came out. It doesn't take it longer to get to me just because I'm in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it does kind of suck. But Friday is there because they believe that Friday is a good sales time. And they're kind of right, because people buy either a new movie or a new game to play over the weekend. And it's also payday for most people. So they have more disposable income.
Definitely. And I guess that can
Yeah.
kind of segue. I do have my topic now, and it is digital distribution versus regular distribution, and why Origin is a failing piece of shit in comparison to Steam, which grows exponentially. I just want to know, like, when will it be that digital distribution almost completely replaces hard copy discs? Like, are we ever going to be in a time where you don't really even buy video game hard copies anymore at all?
Yeah, of course we are. Without question. That's where we're going, I feel, because there's a lot more... It's much easier to control. And it's not a good thing, I don't think. But it's where we're going, because a digital copy is very easy to stop you selling. Like, you can't sell your Steam games. You can maybe sell your Steam account, assuming Valve doesn't find out about it, but that's about as far as it goes. Whereas you can sell a console game, no problem. And I can tell you for a fact, the companies would love to stop that. And digital is the easiest way to do it.
I mean, the corporations, if they had their way, they would completely eliminate the used games market entirely, right? Like, that's what they're trying to do with the online connection codes. Like, you have to, right when you buy a game, you have to enter a code in order to play it online.
I mean, especially with I like to be on the side of consumer rights a lot, but I've also got to look at where the publishers and developers are coming from. When it comes to, like, online passes, it's a sucky situation for everyone, because online pass does not benefit the consumer in any way. But you cannot blame them for going down that route, because by God have they been shafted by GameStop for the longest time. How many times have you... I don't know, do you guys ever shop at GameStop at any point?
Not anymore.
No.
Yes. I mean, I wish I couldn't, but I live in the middle of nowhere, and that's my game store.
So, Muzza, how many times have you gone to the counter with a new copy of a game and the cashier has tried to sell you used instead?
Never.
Never? That's surprising.
I mean, never tried to... Well, I never really buy... I only buy new games. And the only reason to get them at GameStop in the first place is because they always have to throw in some sort of extra thing for pre-ordering it.
Yeah, they
So I just picked up my 3 new games, Twisted Metal, UFC, and SSX. And they all came with extra stuff just for pre-ordering. And they also came with online codes so that I can't resell them as like a used game. Well, I can resell them, but if somebody tries to rebuy them, they have to pay extra in order to play it in its entirety.
It drops the value of it. Like, when I used to work for Game for about 3 years, and the first thing we were taught when it came to sales was push used. Push pre-owned all the time. If you know there's a pre-owned copy of a game in the drawer somewhere, and someone comes up with a new copy of that game, you try and sell them the used one every time, and you would get ratted on if you didn't do it, because your margins were so much bigger for used. And the thing about that is that you're actively denying sales. Like, some guy came up with a new copy of Twisted Metal, you sold them a used copy, they were gonna buy that game. Straight up. That was going to be money in the developer's pocket. And now they don't have it anymore, because you just sold them a used copy. So, do you blame companies for getting really dickish over that? I don't.
No, but I do blame GameStop for buying a brand new $60 game back from you for what, like $22?
Oh my God,
a brand new
piss
game.
me off.
What?
And then they put it on the shelf for $55.
Well, you're a dumbass for selling it for that, though. You really are stupid for selling it for $22.
Well, think about the people who do go and sell games. It's these kids that want to get the new system. Oh, okay, so the PS Vita is coming out. I'll sell my Xbox 360 and all my games and make half the amount of money it takes to buy a PS Vita. And I see that all the time. Last time I went into GameStop, there's a few kids doing just that, just for the PS Vita.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you kidding? They stole that console.
But, I mean, I don't really blame people for buying used either, because, like, games can be expensive, and there's also loads, and I do mean loads of games that are really hard to get new now. But the thing is that digital is going to fix that. And games don't disappear off the Steam shelf. And in very rare circumstances, they run out of codes for, like, a day, because they have sold... It's been on a sale for, like, 90% off or whatever, and a million people buy it. But aside from that, you can buy any game at any time from Steam, regardless of how old it is, without a problem. So, it's like, one of the valid reasons for buying used kind of disappears there, and also one of the valid reasons for saying, oh, well, I can't afford the game new. Cool, wait for it to be on sale on Steam. It will be. Hey, I can guarantee it, at some point it's going to be cheap, and you can pick your game up. I mean, right now you can get Payday for 50% off, you can get Saints Row for 50% off, you can get Two Worlds, don't buy Two Worlds, for 50% off.
But you can get it.
You can get Atom Zombie Smasher, which I definitely recommend, by the way.
Do you think we're
75%
going to
off.
end up with like 5 or 6 different digital distribution services, though? Because Steam obviously
I
doesn't
kinda
have
hope
the
so.
monopoly. There's Origin. There's, I bet Activision Blizzard. Well, Blizzard probably has theirs already in line.
Well, they already have one technically. It's just it's in their it's not really. They don't have a client for it. It's in their back end.
It's kind of built into their site, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's a back end in the site whereby like you can register any physical copy of say Diablo 2 and you get a digital copy. It's actually pretty cool. But yeah, they sold StarCraft 2 that way for a lot of people, and they sold physical copies as well, but you still have to activate it with Battle.net. So, it's the same kind of system. But if the only system was Steam, then I don't think we're in for a particularly good ride, because you've got the same problem with consoles right now, and PSN and XBLA are not ideal services, but they've got no reason to change because they're not competing with anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of a domination of the market as far as console arcade games, but as far as digital distribution services, I mean, you could buy things on Amazon, you can buy things on GameStop.com, you can do it on game.co.uk, I bet.
Yeah, you can. There's Game Digital, which does the same thing. But I don't want to see Steam be the only thing. But the main problem is that this is why people want Steam to be the only thing, because Steam is really convenient, and it is. Like, buying a game on Steam is so easy, and also having all your games in one place is really easy. And unless there was some kind of effort, which there never will be, to unify the stores, so it's like, I can buy from this store, but I can unify everything into one client or whatever, then you're still going to have to deal with having like 5 or 6 different clients on your machine, and that sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
well, that's my topic.
Yeah, well, but like as you were saying, like the time is going to be when internet connections are to the point where that's feasible. Because right now, for a lot of people, including me, it's not really feasible to download a Blu-ray copy of a game. Like downloading a PS3 game, a full-sized PS3 game, no, it's too big. It takes too long.
Yeah. What do you think about this newly released Steam box? Have you heard anything about this?
I've only heard bits and pieces about it, and I don't care, because like, what is it going to do that I can't do on my PC? You know?
Exactly.
It's not going to have any games that aren't PC compatible. So the only reason I own consoles is because there's games that I can't get on a PC. That's the reason I own my consoles. But why would I own a Steam box? It's always been this kind of dream, hasn't it, to get a PC compatible machine that you could just buy and it'll just play all PC games. That's been kind of I suppose, be the holy grail of PC gaming for ages, because buying PC games is risky in and of itself, because you have to have expensive hardware and maybe it doesn't work, and Steam's made it a lot easier to buy stuff. But I don't know, I don't care, honestly, but I'll be interested to see what they come up with, certainly.
Yeah. That's brand new, right? That launched or dropped today, this Steam box info.
Yeah, I think so. Either today or yesterday. And there was also the whole thing about have you seen the Alienware X51? This kind of
I haven't.
Yeah, it's a PC that looks like a console, and it's kind of nice actually. I'll post the link
Why?
for everybody. Yeah, have a look at this thing. It's not particularly great, but it's pretty neat to
I love
look
when
at.
Mumble talks to us. It's my favorite thing.
Mumble talks to you, yeah. I'm going to post it in the chat for people to have a look at here. Yeah, my voice has gone weird because I'm basically losing it. I did too much shouting earlier. I've done too much shouting now.
Oh, wow,
I'm
it looks like
losing
an
my voice.
Xbox.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It really does.
Oh, hello.
But it's expensive.
So you plug in controllers, you plug
Or
it up to a
keyboard and mouse.
monitor.
Yeah.
Or a keyboard and
You
mouse,
identify
okay.
yourself as a PC gamer.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, but it's like the base model has an i3 in it, which it sounds fine, but when you think about it, the 360 has a crappy CPU in it. It's not a very powerful machine. It's 7 years old, but it's still going to run stuff better because it's better optimized. And this is why the whole PC thing never works, because like, oh, will we just make a PC like a console? It's like, but the architecture doesn't work that way. People haven't been coding for this same one hardware configuration for 8 sodding years. They haven't figured out what makes it tick. PC configuration is always going to change, and you can't really have that uniformity.
Jesse, what about you?
The only concern I have is, and I agree with the idea of Here's my experience. Origin sucks. Sorry, Origin. And Steam, for what it is, if you click on a game that you paid for and it says, sorry, Steam servers are all funky,
God,
you can't play the game, then that, again, is bad. I think not having access to stuff you pay for is just wrong on all. If I've given you my money, I want. Now I'm sounding like someone on a forum during a patch update for an MMO. Like, if I gave you my money, I want it up now. But I kind of do. If I have paid for it, I demand access to it whenever the hell I feel like it.
Well, this is the reason why the client gets in the way a lot, because like the game is on my system. It's like I play a game that I have installed on my system and it says this game is not available right now. It's on my hard drive. I mean, really now? Where is it? What's stopping me? It's your stupid client.
That's why I love like GOG.com.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to deal with that bullshit.
No, you don't.
It's just there.
Yeah, it's kind of the same reason. I'm sorry, I'm hearing myself through Jesse's headphones, and it's almost like he's doing it on purpose to annoy me. I know for a fact he probably is.
This is his revenge.
He's a douchebag.
How are you?
Smuggling comments.
How? No, look at the mumble thing. How? Look at that. My little mouth is not lighting up.
Yes, it was.
It's not me.
But it was.
No.
Yeah, it
No.
was. Liar.
No.
Denialist. Scoundrel.
No.
Bounder.
No.
Cad.
Cock gobbler.
Ruffian.
Conversation over. You're welcome.
Finest.
You're welcome,
The
world.
finest of gentlemen on this podcast right here.
Yeah, that's quiet. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, but it's like I'm intrigued to see what they come up with. It'll be kind of nice, I suppose, to give accessibility, but as to whether or not it will actually work, don't know. But it's cool that it's coming. I like the idea. Admittedly, it's a Steam box, which once again further cements the stranglehold Steam has on the marketplace. Don't know if I like that.
Well, Jesse, you have a topic for us?
Oh, well, my topic is as always, every week I try to get the simplest topic possible to expedite.
Yes. So, hang on a sec. There we go. So Jesse, you said you were going to expedite the ending. That worked fairly well, didn't it?
I gotta be honest, either one or two things I thought were going through my mind. One, I do have unlimited power, or two, you were just like, fuck, you're like, I'm going to bed. You're like, hey, he's got nothing I want to hear. I'm going to bed. We're done.
Dude, the universe has been so against us. So amazingly against
We've
us.
had a pretty dodgy show, honestly. We have no working cams because Skype went crazy. I'm still having echoes through Jesse's headset, which he is denying even exists.
It's not.
It is you. It is you.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not me.
I think my favorite part, though, was when we almost had everything set up, before we even went live, when we almost had everything set up, and we were all really excited, and then the fire alarm went off in my house. It was just like, really?
What else
right
could
now?
possibly happen?
This is the moment that it does.
Yeah, it took us an
just
hour and a half.
Welcome to the Murphy's Law podcast.
Perfect.
Yeah, that is pretty much what it's been. Murphy's Law Gaming. That's what it is. It's not
been
MuzzaFuzza anymore. It's Murphy's.
Greatest podcast ever.
Yes, it has been the worst. But you know what? It's nice that we actually had a proper disagreement for once. Admittedly, we couldn't do it without shouting at each other, but
Shouting is good.
one step at a time.
Got to get
The
mad.
best part is because this is one of those things I've never once thought about. Like, you know me, I don't give a crap about much, and so
Yeah.
I'm just like trying to validate my point, and I'm like, why does he know so much about this subject? Right? If there was a table to flip, I would have flipped it.
I don't tend to argue about things I don't know much about because it doesn't work very well. It's like it's very easy to make yourself appear smart when you only get into the battles you know you'll win.
I'm like, I just want to make my point. God damn it! Why can't I just... Yeah, all right. Anyway, so I had a topic, and I'm sure it won't live up to any...
Let's hear it.
Assassin's Creed,
All
the
right,
American
Assassin's
Revolution.
Creed 3 is in the American Revolution. Now, my interest in this, and I hope this will interest other people too, my interest in this isn't necessarily about the game, because I'll play it anyway. I love Assassin's Creed. But it's the fact that it's set... Assassin's Creed tends to take the areas that they take place in very... very seriously and very true to, what would happen then. And in America, I'm not sure if this is like, I'm almost positive overseas, no one thinks this, but in America, the American Revolution, everyone involved are like freaking patron saints. And every single one of them is like, oh, especially during an election year.
Patriotism.
Everyone's like, oh yes, like everyone's like, oh, the founding fathers, they were wonderful, right? Ignoring all the horrible things about the founding fathers.
Slaves.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
know.
Yeah.
You know.
Good times.
But it's this whole idea, especially in like school, younger players, right? And so I am really interested in what the backlash of this game is going to be, because I am positive, and I can say for a fact that Muzza and Dodger will agree. Somewhere certain news channels are going to freak out about this game.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And-
of course.
And
Absolutely.
it's gonna be major, just like, oh, they're betraying. I remember reading, I think it was the book 1776, and they were talking about Boston. And Boston is essentially like the most Eastleigh cantina in Star Wars, where it's just like whores everywhere, and everyone's like a drunken pirate, and like that was Boston during the Revolution. And meanwhile, in our brains, we're like guys playing flutes and going around. It's complete fabrication, but it's the idea that it goes against what sort of is the mold, and I just can't wait to see what happens with this game's release.
I
Because
think
if
it's cool. I
Yeah,
think it'll lead to Assassin's Creed 4, the Occupy Wall Street Wall Street edition.
Oh god.
Like it's weird that they're like taking the whole time travel aspect of Assassin's Creed and bringing it to somewhere that we never would have thought we would see. Because usually it's in like Italy and all across Europe, right? Like it's on crazy Catholic times.
It's mostly just Italy, really. But
Is it all Italy?
Yeah. Well, Assassin's Creed 2 onwards and the surrounding areas of Italy, yes. By the way, before we go on, I just want to make a retraction. The Steam box will actually run more than just Steam. You can run Origin and shiz on it. So I retract that entirely. There you go.
that's why you don't make arguments about stuff you don't know.
This is very true.
Okay,
This is why I said initially I didn't care about it. But you guys kept pushing that I was you.
Machine.
How long have we been doing this fucking thing? Seriously.
My
Seriously.
Aegon Archimedes machine will run this. I can guarantee it will run Origin. It doesn't care. Aegon Archimedes machine gives no
we'll
shit.
have the numbers.
He don't give a fuck.
This time next week we'll have the numbers. We'll be good.
Yeah.
He'll let us know how long we'll be going.
I don't know. I don't even know how long we've been going on here, but it's probably about time to wrap it up. We've missed half the features of the usual podcast. It has been a disaster from start to finish. So, well done, guys.
A beautiful disaster.
Yeah,
I love all you guys.
we've reached a new level of terrible. So, before we wrap up, we might as well tell people what we're doing this week. So, Muzza, what are you up to?
I'm in Los Angeles right now, hanging out with TGS homies, and I'm at Husky and Dodger's house right now in the other dark room, which I didn't turn the light on, so I'm like literally sitting in pitch
Dude,
black.
I'm sitting in the dark too. I think that's why I keep like spacing out.
But I haven't been making any videos
Podcast.
while I'm here. I got in on a cool music video shoot with Husky and Dodger yesterday, so that was cool. But ready to get back and play all my new games when I get back home, SSX and Twisted Metal and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, that.
So, yeah.
Jesse, what you up to?
This week I am moving to LA and I will not be around. But I am making it appear as though I am. So there will be no stop-in videos, and there should be... If you go to the channel, it should be like, nothing has changed. And I want to give a shout-out to Darren M. and Alex. They sent me some pretty hilarious stuff for the podcast. But since we don't have a video, it's kind of pointless to show you. So let's just say next week, you'll get to experience Jungle Roar, which is apparently a Swedish
Is that also a porn?
Food. It says the real name is Dujingerver, and
Sounds
yeah,
legit.
it does. It has a monkey on it, so I'm pretty sure I'll be eating monkey live on podcast. So yeah,
Eating
tune in.
monkey? Can you
Excellent.
do that?
I don't know.
Oh man. What you need from Sweden is plop. You must ask them to send you
what?
plop. Plop. You must ask them to
It
send you
sounds-
plop.
Sounds like what?
It's more delicious than you might think.
Just accept it. Don't ask. Don't Google it. Don't
well,
look it up.
actually, yeah, I was gonna say
Just ask for
don't
it.
tell them not to send you the black licorice, but actually, I want them to send you the black licorice so that I could see your reaction. I want someone to send Jesse plop. Send him the normal one and the black licorice one, and then he must eat the black licorice one live on camera. Because if he does not, then he's not a man. He's not a man.
Oh,
Tell you.
shizzle.
I like stuffed up TB. I gotta be honest.
You, bro.
I like him.
Fuck you. You made me this way. I was sick before I even went on the podcast. Now I'm even worse. Thanks, bro. Ugh.
You should eat some plop.
Yeah, man.
I'm playing the long con. I'm playing this one to win, TB. Eventually, you'll just get so sick you won't be able to host at all, and it'll all be me.
I love the fact that, like, most of the chat knows what plop is. It's like, oh, look, my Swedish audience is here again. Thanks for the germs, guys. Thank you. Ugh.
Oh,
Oh,
I
well.
have no idea what plop is.
It's actually
neither.
delicious.
I don't want to
It's-
know though.
It's delicious.
I want
It's
to look it up.
It's just yeah. Go and look. It's basically a chocolate with kind of caramel inside, but there's also a black licorice
Oh.
variant, and it's
Mm.
Delicious.
yeah. I accidentally bit into that at one point, and it was the most horrific thing. Oh my
Oh
god.
no, I have to try it.
yeah.
I need it.
Get some plop.
I need
Says-
plop.
Look, just send
Sweet.
us all plops.
Guys, I
Sweet.
need
Look,
plop.
just send us plop.
Sweet. Send us
Swedish
plop.
government. Swedish government. Send it.
I can tell you the
it's your
story about the
trade
Swedish
mission.
government.
Dear Sweden.
So I had to. I was in Sweden a couple of weeks ago to host a conference. And
Ludicrous.
It's true, I was. And I had to introduce the Swedish Minister of Culture, whose name I fucked up
Ludicrous!
completely. Utterly fucked it up. I tried my
He's from
best.
Sweden. He doesn't even know how to say his own name.
She. But apparently none of the Swedes know
That's
how
how
to say it
backwards
either,
they
so
are.
it's okay. But yeah, I
Letting
completely
a
fucked
woman
the
be a
name up.
minister
It was
of
terrible.
culture?
And at this
Wait,
point, we end the podcast, and we just forget that ever happened. Oh, God. Dodge, what are you up to this week?
What am I up to? I'm playing Dead Space and doing my news. That's it.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tune in for news.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's how it is.
That's my life. That's my internet life right there.
It's good. It's what we like to hear.
Indeed.
Yep, and this week I am doing my usual stuff, but also doing a lot of Guild Wars. When I get over this damn cold, god damn it.
No, do it with
Guild
the gold.
Wars.
Plop.
Do what?
Do it.
Yeah, needs plop, clearly. But yeah, so, what else? Guild Wars 2, mostly just Guild Wars 2. Yep. And also, Mono Battles Tournament on Saturday. And this is supposed to be before the podcast, hopefully. If it overruns, then I guess we'll move the podcast. But yeah, the Mono Battles Tournament, which is going to be hilarious. It's pro StarCraft players in a 4-on-4 setting, and they all randomly get forced to use only one unit. It's going to be great. Yeah, so even if you don't like normal StarCraft, you should watch that because it'll be funny. And then Sunday, this is all next week, by the way. So Sunday the 11th, I'll be playing Asura's Wrath on stream and hopefully finishing it because it looks amazing and it seems like the kind of game that you have to share with people. So I'm going to share Asura's Wrath and it's going to be hopefully awesome. And maybe I'll have my voice back from then, but that would be good. We shall see. I hate you so much.
I like that I somehow directly contributed to this. I don't know why.
I hate you so much right now.
It's like your friendship is solidified even more.
Jesse has killed the stream, what, like twice now? Saying he was the king of knowledge first.
and then saying something about... I don't know what he said, actually.
No, the
I
first time
wasn't
he
paying
said
attention.
boom, and then it broke.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Oh, my.
I think if
no.
anything, this is just a small taste of what's to come on the TGS podcast. This will never air again, will it?
I'm gonna go with
That
no.
was the last time.
I'm actually deliberating whether or not to even upload this, but you know what? I think it's needed, honestly. I really
We have to.
genuinely, I genuinely think it's needed. Hey, some real gaming discussion on the game station. Shock horror.
Explosions. in the brain.
Explosions. And anger. And the losing of voices because we shouted at each other too much. Oh my.
All these things and more.
We're done. Check out our channels, please. Total Halibut, Press Hard to Continue, OMFG Kata, and MuzzaFuzza Gaming. You can also check us out on Twitter. I am at TotalBiscuit. Or if you want the version where I don't complain about everything and just tell you where my videos are, it's at CynicalBrit. We have a separate Twitter for that. It's at CynicalBrit.
Dual Twitters.
Yeah, man. And Dex bonus, if I recall correctly.
Dex
Forward dodger.
bonus, and if you just want specifically Press Heart to Continue stuff, it's Heart to Continue with a 2.
Yep. Jesse.
Yep.
Your Twitter got hacked, if I recall correctly. Is it
I
okay
sent-
now?
It's fine. Apparently, I don't know how, but apparently 4 people received messages from me that were links to erotica. Now,
That wasn't deliberate or anything. Yeah.
no, I don't know who those people were. I mean, if it was Dodger, I mean, yes, I could see myself sending tasteful art pictures to her. But
Obviously.
to random people, that's just rude.
I
Do you
bet
know
if you
what
were
they're
using
into?
an Acorn Archimedes machine, it wouldn't have
It
happened.
would never have happened.
Yeah.
Acorn Archimedes.
We could crash tunagaming.com again. That might be an idea.
Tunagaming.com. Go there.
Tunagaming.com.
TuneGaming.com, yes, it's the best website on the webs.
I'm actually loading it right now, and the images have just stopped loading. It's great. It's just that apparently this is the TGS podcast fan site that breaks every time we link it. Every time. It's so bad. But I love the guy behind it, but I feel so sorry for him. Oh dear. Yeah. So it's what Jesse Cox and OMFG Kata, if I recall correctly, for your
Yep.
Twitter. Yep. And Muzza, you tweet, right?
I tweet all the time. I'm such a tweeter that I actually got verified, which was pretty sweet. But
What?
I
How the
mostly just
balls did you
troll
do that?
trending topics.
Why the hell did
Usually
I not
either
get that?
Trending topics, or I'm retweeting porn stars, one or the other. So if you're interested in that,
Yeah, tunagaming.com's down, by the way. We broke it again.
oh wow.
I love that. We have a fan site. We have a damn fan site that we just constantly break all the time. We hate our fan site.
Let's be clear. It's not necessarily a fan site of any of us. It's a fan site of fish, especially
Tuna
tuna, in games.
Yep.
I think that is the greatest thing in the world.
Who isn't a fan of tuna games?
It's so meta.
It is pretty meta, man. It's pretty meta. Oh, man. I just have the feeling when I upload this, that people are going to get so mad that I said stuff like, I don't care about your opinion. It's like, wow.
Oh.
They're used
Oh,
to
wait a
hearing
minute.
that,
I don't
TB.
care.
You say that all the time.
But it's true, though. I mean, it really is. It's like, I feel that if you care about, like, 600,000 people's opinion, you're probably going to go mad, you know? Or you'll be in government. One way or the other.
Ah,
Da-da-da-da-da-da. You'll be listening to the Game Station podcast, Comedy Hour. My name's been TotalBiscuit. That's been Dodger. That's been Jesse. That's been Muzza. Thank you very much for
Yay.
watching. Or, I suppose, listening, because there's nothing to watch.
Listening.
Hopefully we fix everything for next week.
Next
If
time.
Maybe Skype
Get some
doesn't suck.
cameras.
Maybe Skype doesn't suck. We'll see. Good night. Good night.
You're all beautiful.
Goodbye.
Bye.
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 I've got to jump through all these hoops and buy the Mass Effect 3 keyboard and the Mass Effect 3
But
whatever.
how do you know?
Just-
How do you know any of this? You haven't played the fucking game, you cock gobblers! Oh my god! You can't say I haven't gotten the game yet. Oh well, I haven't played the game. I don't know what I'm gonna not get all the game. You haven't even played it!